Hey, howdy, hey there, fuck features, and welcome back to Super Happy Fun Dice, the only Dungeons and Dragons gaming show on the internet.
At all?
Yeah, ever. We're innovators. We're pioneers in our field, and our lovely
Sorry, I was trying to drink the entire intro and then drowned. Sorry. Hello.
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 Although, if you don't know who we are at this point, go back to the first fucking episode, please, because why would you start at episode 6? 5?
Well, Star Wars started episode 4.
Technically episode 5.
Technically episode 5. There's been like a 3.5, so... But this is episode 5, don't worry about it. Start at number 1 if this is your first one.
It's episode 5.
Or just don't at all, we're not very good.
It's fine, no, we're great. None of us have died yet, so we're great.
Just getting the cocaine off.
Okay, so...
Alright, okay,
let
cool.
me check the minutes from last time's session. Is there anything that we need to cover, or...?
Yes, let's find out how much you guys spent.
Yes.
First, let's see if you were frugal. This is 6 days after your previous session.
Mm-hmm.
So, you were not very frugal, I'm afraid.
It was a stressful time.
So, I'm afraid a 0 will be added to whatever this rolls.
Oh dear.
It's 10s now, isn't it?
We're bankrupt. I don't like to look over DM screens, but... Oh.
Oh!
No, that's... No, because that's the 10s, and that's a 2, so that's only two gold. Those are the 10s, so if it starts with 0, that means it's 0.
Yeah,
we spent 20 gold.
I panicked there for a minute and thought you spent 2,000. I was like, oh...
Hell no.
20 gold. You spent 20 gold. It could have been much worse.
Much worse.
But yes, you only spent 20 gold. So tell me, what did you guys spend 20 gold on?
We were apparently lavish of our money, but we only ended up spending 20 gold.
And it's only because of the look of the dice, I'm afraid.
No, yeah.
Had it been anything else, it would have been 200 and something.
Now, you don't really need to eat, do you?
Well, no, but I think I said that after what happened last time, I probably bought a couple more plushies for Sonia.
Simone.
That's fine.
Simone. What? How do I get this wrong and different every single time?
Yeah, I think you said Sophie, now you've said Sonia.
It's Simone, yeah?
It's Simone, yeah. It is Simone.
Why can't you give her a normal fucking name like Sonia?
Simone is an actual name, by the way.
I can remember your child confidant more than you can.
She's not a confidant.
Concubine. That's the one I want. I've bought some fish. I've bought some fish. I've eaten some lobster and some clams.
You've cannibalised.
Well, no, because eating other fishes, that's just saying we're cannibals for eating other
monkeys.
cows.
Yeah, if we were to eat monkeys, that'd be fine.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Not the same species, just
I
closely
feel
related.
weird.
I love a monkey burger.
You've got 98% of your DNA connected with a fucking banana. Do you feel weird about eating those?
No, but I also don't feel weird about fucking them, so...
I feel weird only when I'm on public transport and someone's eating a banana or making maintained eye contact at me. That's the only time I feel uncomfortable involving bananas.
Okay.
So I bought some crabs and some fish and some clams, and I've had...
You had to buy those, did you?
Yeah, I went out and bought those, and then I sat with like the clam shells like a mermaid.
Okay.
I'm eccentric. That's how I roll.
Okay, here we go. The week had been quiet, and the days had not been fruitful for paying clients. Calphis Vane slipped her way through the crowded streets of the Southern Quarter Market as she travelled on her way from their middle-class home into her Northern Quarter job. As she passed over the bridge, she looked over the edge of it, reaching down and knocking on the side of the stone, the sound of which barely audible over the hum of the city around her. Still, as though her rapping had stirred it, a single trunk poked itself out from under the bridge, and Calphis dropped an apple down that the trunk graciously caught.
River elephants.
Only for it to once again retreat out of view.
Elephant troll.
He knows who that is.
Is it Vishnu?
What?
It's Vishnu!
It's in your contacts. Look for Bruges.
Is it Vishnu? Vishnu was the one with the elephant.
Oh yeah, Loxodon.
Yeah. He's the only other Aurus cleric inside the entire city. He lives under the bridge and he's insane.
And he's got a trunk.
He's a Loxodon. They're elephant people.
Oh, right, okay, the Loxodon was straight over my head.
Sorry, I knew,
Ow.
didn't he have like a nickname or something? Just like the Mad Bridge Cleric or something?
They just called him the Mad Cleric.
The Mad
Called him
Cleric.
the
Yeah,
Mad-
I didn't know him by his first name, I apologise.
The Mad Twat.
He's also blind, but he always knows when it's you, because he can sense your connection to Horus.
Yeah.
Okay, so, Kelphis smiled to herself, pulled out her own apple, and took a bite before continuing on her way. After a brief push through the bustle of the northern quarter, and after checking that she hadn't been pickpocketed during said pushing, she opened the door to the detective agency and stepped in. She thought about calling out to the two owners of the establishment that were likely still upstairs, but instead she decided to... Yes. Fucking... No, probably not.
So Blake was doing that under the desk for most of this. And I do it the once.
The cat was making noise in a litter train. It sounded like someone wanking off. So...
It sounds like you wanking off.
Yeah. I've got to stop
There's
doing
something
the Rice
wrong. I think you
Krispies.
should go to the doctor.
It's all the Rice Krispies that I use.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Calling out to the two owners of the business, I think was the last one.
But they were likely upstairs, but instead she had settled herself into her usual manners that had become sort of routine by this point. She'd hung up her coat into the small closet to the right of the door, and then she'd start straightening up the place, clearing up left-up cups and paperwork before picking up the mail that had dropped to the floor after being posted through the letterbox. What are you guys currently doing on this fine day?
What time is it?
It is morning.
It's morning time.
Yeah, she's just starting her shift.
Pose just sort of reclining upstairs, just sort of having a think. Sort of just like
Having a
looking at my wound that I got last session.
Yes, he lost a finger last session. Check back there to find out why and how.
It was fucking good. I was proud of myself for that.
It's actually pretty cool.
I'll tell you what I'm doing. I'm experimenting.
Ooh,
Like,
do tell.
After Clink gave me them the bowls of slop with blood in it and I could eat it, I've been thinking, what else can I mix blood in and consume? So I'm gonna have a glass of wine and then I guess just like a scone or something. I've just poured blood on both of them.
I hear I was expecting tea or coffee, but okay.
Glass of wine in the bath.
Yeah.
Got Enya on.
Okay, so which one are you going to try first?
I'm gonna try the scone.
Roll Constitution.
Oh, not bad start. Hang on, no. Constitution, that's just a 13.
I would say it tastes disgusting to you, but it is palatable. You are able to swallow it. And it's like, oh, this is food that I can eat. Doesn't taste good, though.
Is that because of the scone being bad, or is that just like my taste buds?
Your taste buds.
Ah. Okay, I go for the wine then.
Go for it.
Just a sip. Oh dear, that's a 7.
You spit it up immediately. You can't drink that. Don't enact this.
No, I wasn't going to. I just wanted to.
Oh, I thought you were like a
Just
Triple H. Just go.
Damn.
Would have been nice to be able to get drunk. But you get similar effects for a short period of time if you drink from a drunkard.
Yeah, but I'm not going to because I have standards.
Does that work in real life?
Yes.
Can I do that? Can you give me 10 minutes to pop down the pub over the road? Just sort of like
To drink the blood of a drunk
down. We're
person.
like, didn't work.
So I suppose after that failed experiment, I would have heard. Shall I see if I hear Kelphis come in?
By all means.
Is your back like here?
What is it? Perception?
Yeah.
Okay, that's a 15.
Yes, you hear the door go.
Okay, yeah, I'll just pop downstairs. I'm probably, after having just shown her my face, I probably wouldn't have put my mask on at this point.
That's fine.
I'd probably carrying it with me just in case someone were to knock on the door. So yeah, I'd pop downstairs. Morning, Kelphis.
Oh, good morning, sir. She says as she's currently working over the desk and making sure everything's clean and tidy.
I'm sorry that the last week has been somewhat quiet. I can't imagine it's been much fun for you.
I kind of expected that, if I'm honest. I mean, most of your investigations take you out of the house anyway, so most of the time I'm just sat here dealing with paperwork, and there's only so many times you can file the same stuff.
Of course. Well, if things do remain quiet, don't feel as though you have to stick around if there's nothing left for you to do.
Okay.
I'm coming down the stairs.
Okay.
Not if you're on my paid time, you know.
It was that kind of angle, but I was like, but surely Alorin, someone needs to be here in case we get a last-minute client. We do have a habit of that.
Do you have an intention of leaving?
I don't know. Is there anything for me to be doing?
Is there anything for me to be doing?
We might as well do it then. There you go. I told you.
There's a knock at the door.
Mask on.
Okay.
Fucking mask off. Right, future.
Calphis, if you may.
She nods. She goes over to the door, opens it. There's no one there. She opens the door wide for you to see.
Children again.
Ghosts.
Ghosts.
Ghost children.
Ghost children.
Apt of you to say that. You hear these words from behind you.
Yeah.
I turn around. Do I see anyone?
There, sat at the desk, as though she had always been there, is a 7-year-old girl. Looks like
Okay, I turn around. There's a little 7-year-old girl sitting at the desk.
Yes.
Like she's always been there.
Yeah, no,
She owns the
she's
fucking place.
she's just sat there casually inside the chair that is usually reserved for guests and clients.
Interesting. Did you sneak in?
She just smiles. You called for me, didn't you?
Have you been summoning ghosts again?
Is it like The Exorcist?
I'm a representative of my Lord Sect. He sends his greetings and bids that any dealings or conversations needed with him, in confidence, can be discussed with myself.
Oh, Cyreus, this is for you then.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
Calphis slowly closes
I
the
imagine
door.
that's your actual reaction.
Oh shit.
Calphis slowly closes the door and she's looking at the child, afraid.
Oh god.
I mean, this kid just sneaked in and just openly says, "Hi, I'm a representative of one of the most feared thief lords in the entire city."
Okay, I say to Kelphis, please feel free to go get yourself some breakfast or something.
She nods, sort of sheet white,
Yeah.
and waddles up the stairs.
What, you rude bastard.
And I say to Alorin,
Excuse me. I don't burp in your face.
a bit of privacy if I may. Fucking hell.
Okay, no, before I do that, are you certain this isn't going to pertain to me in any way?
She just smiles. "I am not entirely sure which of you I need to speak to. I was only told that you wish to speak to a representative. But, considering the information I have, it might be pertinent for you to have help. If it is most certainly you that I need to speak to."
Can I roll a perception to see, like, is she trying to put the Jones on me, or is she being serious? Like,
The Jones?
Yeah, do you know what I mean? Like, is she trying to, like, sort of, like, power play me, make me think, like, oh shit, I'm gonna need some backup, or is she like,
Insight.
yeah, or is she like, you know, you actually are gonna need some help here? 18. It's in alphabetical order, honey. 19.
She is completely imperceptible. Her face, you can't read it.
Inconceivable.
Even with a 19, you can't.
So basically you're going to have to try and convince me to not want to stick around.
Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'll say to Alorin, I think it might be time to call in a bit of backup on this. Did you want to take a seat?
Gladly.
Okay.
I'll just perch myself on the desk. And
Okay.
I'll put my headphones away now.
I sit across from her, and I say to her, so, Sector sent you, yes?
I am a representative of him, yes.
And what has he sent you for?
My lord knows what it is that you've been searching for, and offers advice in being more judicious and careful in the future when asking for such things. You never know who's listening.
I've never known those two words to describe Cyreus.
I say to her, and that's all it is then, you've basically been sent down here to try and scare me off.
Most certainly not. You see, my lord can help you. He knows of one of what you seek, and who holds it. Though, due to business dealings that force his silence, he cannot give you a name. Instead, he offers 5. Take that.
Thank you.
Each of these individuals have dealings with who you seek, or at least know of them in some manner. I thought that this information, as my lord states, would be useful for you.
I say to her, it seems I've got completely the wrong end of the stick. I should be thanking you, and Sect as well. Thank you ever so much.
Oh, you will thank us. You will.
If indeed these men have what I seek, or at least one of what I seek, I'm sure I can do something for you in return, and your master.
No need for that. The favor will be called when needed.
That's if one of these men has what I seek.
They all do. The question is, can you attain it?
With what's on the line, neither heaven or earth can stop me.
She cocks her head. That is a very interesting statement. That says that you will do almost anything to achieve what you need. Beware, that road can be quite fraught with danger.
I'm a
Certainly
man of
that
danger.
to your own soul.
I'm a man of danger, honey.
Is there anything else that you need of me?
No, thank you.
She nods and gets up. Calphus then comes back down and she's got a tray of cookies. I got nervous and thought... The little girl just looks at her and goes, oh! Takes a cookie. Thank you. And then just pads out.
I say to
Skipping to
Kelphis-
the door.
I say to Kelphis, you did poison those, right? You want to X this girl out?
I'm assuming you don't actually say that.
No.
And you just met a representative of Sect. A 7-year-old girl.
I was going to say he likes them young. Not like that, but you told me off already, like, for saying things like that. But I didn't mean like that.
I just think that there are lines that we shouldn't cross.
What I mean is he's
I've
like
already cut
starting-
out some of his.
He's starting like his gangster empire with young kids, which is pretty deplorable and pretty sort of evil, isn't it? I said, I don't know. I suppose
Yeah,
I get
none of
paid
you
for
checked
that.
to see if she was human.
Was she human?
She looked human, but you didn't check. But she's already gone.
I had no intention to check.
Oh, bugger. Bugger. Okay.
I only said she looked like a 7-year-old girl.
Alright, I'm gonna sit on the desk and eat a cookie.
I'm sitting on the desk.
I'm gonna sit next to you on the desk and eat a cookie.
Calphus looks around. So, what was that about? If you don't want to tell me, that's perfectly fine.
No, I'm also interested to hear.
Oh? And she looks directly at you. She's just confused. You don't know.
I feel that maybe
Very attacked.
now's the time to start coming clean with you both.
That would be nice.
I've not been entirely honest as to why I'm here, or what it is I'm after, or even who I am.
You are still a fish man, though, aren't you?
I feel like it's time for me to come clean and start being honest about who I really am. You see, where I come from, I'm not exactly a small fish in a big pond. Ow! My father is the king of our land, our undersea land, and I am a prince down there.
But instead you thought you wanted to be where the people are. wanted to see them dancing.
There was a mad fat woman with squid's legs,
So I thought you were being serious for a second.
and she made me sign a contract. And there was this really racist lobster. Didn't like him. My older brother, the same one that gave me this net, he's sick. The plague that's been found here on the land, the one that you're so interested in, it comes from under the sea.
It comes from under the sea. No, don't. No, because I was thinking of saying under the sea as well, and I don't want to. Let's just get that out of the way.
Get
So
through
we
this,
can.
get through this. It's a very serious character moment. Yeah, we don't know where it comes from or even really what it is, but we have a way of curing it.
You didn't think to bring this up sooner in a city of the diseased?
I don't know whether it's going to work on humans like it works on us.
We can at least try.
I'm glad you said that, because I'm going to need your help.
This is another mission where we're not going to get paid, isn't it?
We'll see what happens. I'm sure someone will pay us somewhere. The items that we seek are a collection of jewels.
5 of them.
And when they're put together, they can reverse the plague. My brother is sick. I've only got, what would be like 2 years and 8-9 months now, wouldn't it? I've only got about just under 3 years to get back down there, get all these jewels, and to save him. I can't go back empty-handed.
That's real time, by the way. He has that actual time frame within this, not that. So if too much
Hence
time
the calendar.
Yeah, there is a point.
But luckily, the years are fucking long.
Yes, they are.
If there's a way, once we get all the jewels back and they do work on land, I'll help you cure it up here after I save my brother.
I like the guy.
No, I'm not even going to roll for anything. I'll just say, that sounds fair. Of course, 2 years is a long time and situations may change. If it proves that this plague is becoming more and more fatal and the fate of many millions of people depend on the healing factors of these jewels, I would ask that we at least try first on land. You know, while we're here.
Will save me going back down and coming back up again.
Well,
sort of thing.
Yeah. Save you the trip.
Yeah.
You know,
If
bus
it's
fare's not cheap.
If there's enough time, we'll try. But when it comes down to the wire, I'm sorry, but my brother is my first priority.
And I understand. But thank you for including me. I know that I'm not one to throw stones when it comes to keeping secrets.
I feel like we've built up a bit of trust here, Nathan. I feel good.
Is this why you're missing a finger, by the way?
No, actually, funny story. That's something completely unrelated. Essentially, you know that temple you sent me in, you bastard?
Yes, I did notice that you went in with all your digits and then left sans one.
You bastard. Well, when I went in there, turns out, doesn't it? Oh, see me. The god of the particular temple that I had to go into to save those children.
Teke.
Teke. I was getting to it.
Okay, couldn't remember if you remembered it.
I remembered. We have a very different relationship to him underwater than you do on land. You may worship him, we fear him. And my finger was a price to pay to get me in there and save those children.
Would you have been banished from the church if you hadn't?
Let's just say it would have been very unlucky if I didn't give some offering.
Well, I apologise for sending you in, but obviously, as you understand, I couldn't have done it.
And I didn't know, to be fair, until I got there. So I'm not blaming you. Neither did you. So it's just one of those things. It's by the by. Don't worry about it. I mean, I've still got 9 working digits. I can go back there 9 more times if you want.
I only need 1 to please them. Or 3. Okay, that's that done with.
Okay, so you have 5 names there, all with their addresses and their species.
This is easy.
So you can choose to go to all of them, but all of them have the exact same information. So you only need to go to one if you want. However, you may go to one and then decide to go to another. We'll see. So pick a name from the list.
Can I just say to Nathan beforehand as well? One more thing I probably should tell you. These names don't line up with the information that I've been given.
You were given information?
Yes, that's why I swapped for the mask from Powder Cow. He had
What?
the jewels. He had the jewels at one point, and then he gave them to another guy, Neridian Task.
All of them?
From what he said, none of these guys are Neridian Task. The plot thickens.
From what the representative of sect says, these are just people who know one person who has a jewel. It doesn't have to be... After this task gentleman received them, he could have separated them.
That's very true.
May I ask, what are these jewels?
magic, and so they need to be put into a special.
Oh, great! I was
capsule.
hoping for that.
And then their power washes like the waves, the plague away.
For general information that you thought I put down there, individually they do in fact enhance magical force. So any spell that is done using one of the gems becomes infinitely more powerful.
I say
owning all of them at once allows you to create infinite power. So, for example, the reason why it can cure the plague is because a basic cure spell involving all of them can cure anything.
Amazing. I say to Nathan, basically they're the Infinity Stones.
They're not, because they can't do anything. They literally only enhance magical force. They are not the Infinity Stones.
I say to him, they're kind of a magnifying glass for magic. You cast a spell through them and it amplifies the effects.
I'm going to see whether I can put 2 and 2 together and consider whether or not these are being used by someone to enhance the plague. What stat?
I didn't fucking think of that.
What stat would that be? Insight?
That's just a straight intelligence check to see if you can put this cruise together.
That's not.
What did you roll?
Only a 10, but I'm just going to see if I can change that. Hang on, is this just? Okay. My deductive intuition says that when I make an intelligence or wisdom, but it says intelligence bracket investigation or wisdom bracket insight check. So can I use that effect alongside that, or would it have to be?
This isn't a wisdom check.
It's an intelligence check. It has intelligence listed, but intelligence brackets investigation.
Oh, you're asking if this would be considered under investigation?
Yeah.
I'm gonna be nice. Go for it.
Okay. Or do I want to
I'm
just?
such a nice DM.
Or do I want to cast some vampire points to get advantage on the roll? Because even if I get a 4, that's only going to be a 14. Okay, I'm going to cast a couple of vampire points and see if I can try for an advantage.
So you're down from 7 to 5.
Yeah. Shit. That's a 4. Okay, no, so my highest roll is 10.
I'm afraid that your brain doesn't make that connection.
Damn it. All the shit. Okay. It's unusual that the plague would come from the ocean, considering that I'm currently following, well, not that I know who they are, but I have reason to believe that someone, a landman, is spreading this plague willingly. So how they would have acquired it from the ocean and then brought it into our atmosphere, I don't know.
It would be an incredibly difficult thing to do. To translate an illness that I believe before was only born in water into air. I didn't think that this sort of thing could ever happen.
Well, all the more reason to push on, I guess.
I have a look through the list of names.
Any that jump out at you is interesting.
It's basically just like a crapshoot, and it's just guessing.
Yep.
I'm going to hand it to Alorin and see if he recognises any of these. Do you know any of these men or women?
I do not.
I suppose pick a name, any name, innit?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But as I said, you may decide during said moment to go choose somebody else.
Let's
Okay.
go with number 4.
I was just thinking that. Do you know why?
Why?
Enchantment shop.
Yeah.
Okay, so I look along the list and I turn to Alorin and say, if you were going to have jewels that enhance magic, where was the one place that you'd want them? And then he says,
Enchantment shop.
we're thinking on the same lines. Grab your coat, let's go. And we shoot off to Loudon Road, Golden Court, Enchantment Shop to see Shots.
Sorry, we didn't check at the top of the show how my blood vial usage has been doing.
That is correct. We should have done that.
Also, I would have expended one at the start of the mission for the food experimentation, so we'll take one away.
So you get to take one away and roll a d6.
That's 6.
Oh shit.
That's high as good.
High is not good.
Oh.
That means you've used 7 vials.
Oh, that's all of them.
That's all of them. You need new blood after this before the session is over, because otherwise, you will have. There might be consequences, so you will, during this session, my advice is get some blood vials.
Okay.
If you forget, this is your only reminder, so make a note. I will not be bringing this up again.
Get blood. Okay. Then my wrist as well. I'll probably mention to Cyreus, at some point today I'd like to pop by the mission. I'm kind of out of food.
Can it wait?
As long as it's done by...
Fate of mankind is at stake, Alorin!
So long as it's done by the end of the day, I'll be fine.
I thought you were going to
are
say session.
decently flush right now. You are fine. You are fine even for the next 2 days.
I just fed, yeah.
Yeah, but you're going to need some because you've got none to last you the week.
No.
Okay. I'll remind you later on. Don't panic. Okay.
Down the road. Find it on the map. It's in the Golden Court.
Oh, shit.
Yep. Golden Court is here.
So you're looking for Loudon Road.
Got it.
You got it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's like right close to the castle.
Yeah.
There's a church there. Okay, right, so we know where we're going at least.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Heel toe up the road.
Are we running or are we just strolling?
I'm assuming if you're walking, it's going to take you a while. Do you want to hire a carriage?
It's
It's all the way across the city. It's going to take you over 2 hours to reach there, I would say.
Let's get a carriage. Save the legs. Might need the speed.
Also, you might need it.
Why not? We've been good with money this week.
We only spent 20 gold, dude. Let's...
Okay, yes, let's hire a carriage.
Okay. So you hire a carriage, which is only 50 silver to take you
I
that
thought you were going to say
distance.
gold for a second there.
50 gold. No, 50 silver to take you that distance.
Is he racist? He's like trying to, I'll tell you what about these fucking half-elves that are coming in here.
Now, he does give you a look, considering that you're wanting... that you hire the carriage inside the Southern Quarter Market, and they take you that distance. But he is able to look at you and kind of figure, are these Northern Quarter folk going into the Golden Court?
We're fine. I look fine in my... I have a waistcoat. I will look in place. He has trousers, which is an accomplishment.
Well, he did arrive on these shores naked, so that is quite the accomplishment.
Well, big fish dog flopping about.
Yes!
That's why I rushed on over there. I heard there was a big naked fish man. I was like, great, I love
That's also why
shape
they're
of
called
water.
big dicks. Took one look at him and thought, appropriate.
It's fine. They were like, Jesus, I've caught something. It's big, and that's how I got the piercing. Well, pretty tell, but
Okay. With that in mind,
Let's not.
you head over there and you stop in front of a posh-looking shop.
Okay.
okay.
I'm guessing you're going in.
Yeah, we eye up and down. Is there anything like in the windows?
The shop is coloured. With purple livery. It has potions and bubbling vials and things of the like inside the windows, as well as several what look to be blades, armors, and jewellery.
Using, I suppose, Arcana, would I be able to see if there's anything that strikes my particular attention about this?
Roll Arcana.
Oh, that's a natural 20.
Natural 20, you sense an immediately strong power coming from here. Whoever this person is, they're a good enchanter. In fact, the entire place seems to be enchanted that anyone with ill intention enters is probably going to be attacked by spells that are likely inset into the walls or things of the like. This place is booby-trapped against being robbed.
I turn to Cyreus and say, I don't usually feel the need to have to say this, but please be on your best behaviour in here. Right? I have the feeling that if we cause a scene, that we're going to be eviscerated.
I'm not paying attention. I'm the jewels that are in the windows. I'm like pressed against the glass. And I'm looking really intently at them to try and. So I'm looking across all the jewellery to see if any of them is one of the jewels that I'm looking for. 18. That'd be investigation, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, 19.
With that, you're looking through them, and you can tell just by looking at them with your sorcery ability that they are all magical, every single one of them, but none of them are the ones that you need.
Okay. I look at Alorin and say, I thought this might have been a bit easy. I thought they might have been up there, but they're not.
There they all are. Let's smash the window and grab them.
Game over.
How would you suggest that we play this? Should we go in seeking information, or should we play it up like we're actually looking to purchase these jewels that you're looking for?
You say that I'm not supposed to go in there and smack him about.
I'm saying that would likely end up with us both dead, yes.
Then I'll let you do the talking.
Oh dear.
I'll push the door open and I go in.
Behind the desk is a woman, not a man.
Oh, I hate them.
I'm good. I look at Laura and think, I'm going to smack him about.
Relay Shotsk is a woman. She is currently behind the desk, and she's got a. She's kind of wearing one of those kind of like clockwork glasses, where with the different magnifying glasses.
Oh,
that go
like
over.
the Mole Man from Atlantis.
Yes. And she seems to be working on what looks to be a bracelet with inset with what look to be diamonds, but even from one look, you can tell something's been done to these diamonds. And she's slowly insetting them, and you can see that she's also, while insetting them, carving runes into the side of the gold that's holding them.
Not wanting to disturb this very delicate process, I stand very quietly by.
It takes her almost a full 10 minutes.
I thought you were going to say hours for a second.
Yeah. 10 hours!
It's okay, serious patience is key.
I'm just like, following my jewels.
A full 10 minutes of which you just stand there patiently.
Is there like a little bell I can just ding, or...?
Do you... shall we roll for your patience?
Yeah, sure. What would this be?
This will be
Wisdom?
wisdom. Let's go for
Wisdom saving throw? So that's a 9 total.
Okay, after a little while, you clear your throat.
Yeah.
She...
Oh, Nathan, you fuck.
And then just looks up at you. Puts the stuff down, takes off the glasses, puts them there.
I'm gone.
Yes.
See, now I just want to go straight in blasé and ask. But I've said to you that you can do the talking. Because what's your charisma? Is your charisma better than mine?
What? My charisma is +4.
Oh, mine's +3. Okay, you're more charismatic.
Good morning, ma'am. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
Yes, I suppose a sorry will do. Can I help you?
My friend and I are looking for a particular set of enchanted jewels. We're wondering if you might know where we could find them.
Entirely depends. What's the enchantment? And is your friend a mute? You are not talking like that. You are not talking like that.
I was quite hard to understand.
You'd wish he was. I looked to Cyreus and said, would you be able to explain what these jewels are?
They'd come from the bottom of the sea. They're pretty unique. In fact, I'd say they're the only kind of jewels of their kind in the universe. So I've not got really a physical description. Can I just make one up?
Yes, if you want to. If you want to. I could give you what I had in mind, but if you want to make them up, go for it. I'm interested. Be creative.
They're cut in an egg sort of shape.
Interesting.
And they've got what looks like imperfections dead in the middle. That's like a sort of swirling sort of seas.
Oh, I like that. That's cool.
And there are a couple of different colours. There's like a diamond, sort of like a ruby colour, sort of emerald colour. So they're all sort of spectrums of the different colours you can get. Yeah.
Yeah. What about them?
So you've seen them.
I never said that. What about them?
I'm go for it, but I'm on her as well. I look like a shot, mate.
Oh shit. What are we rolling? Insight?
Mm-hmm.
I've got a 15.
I got an 8.
You can't tell, neither of you can.
Aw.
She is imperceptible.
They're finding a lot of those people recently, aren't we?
It's not my fault. First you tried it on a little
I didn't try
that might not have been a little girl, and now you're trying it on this woman, and she's got decent stats, I'm afraid.
I say to her, well, we're looking for them.
And do you expect that kind of information to, 1, be in my possession, and 2, to be free? Obviously, you're not from around these parts.
I presume if the jewels, as special as they are, were going to go anywhere in the city, they'd go to you, seeming as you're probably the finest enchanter this city has.
Oh, honey, flattery will get you absolutely nowhere.
I flash my fish sticker. What about this?
Really?
No.
Okay.
I'm just vamping 'cause I'm thinking. I'm thinking. So we're going to have to pay her off, don't we? Basically.
In one of the richest areas in the city. Where you're expecting us to pay someone off.
Okay, I'll say to her, well, I mean, if you don't know where the jewels are, then maybe you'll know where the last man that we know of that had them is. Mr. Neridian Task.
No, not that name.
So then which name do you have?
Hold the fucking phone. Okay, that's an 18 on insight.
This one, she is actually, you can tell, she's actually telling the truth. However, though you can tell she does know a different name.
Which name do you have?
That will cost you. I take either gold or task. Which do you choose?
If you say gold, I'm going to hurt you. It depends on the task, I suppose. What do you expect of us?
I've only got one task left that I need to have done this week. Unfortunately, I am incapable of doing it within this city, and quite frankly, I do not have the time to make the trip. I was going to refund the client. But I suppose if you two could do it for me, that would be quite useful.
How far would we have to travel?
Oh, I suppose you could do it inside the city. The difference is, I'd rather not draw the ear of the guards. And she walks over to the side and brings out a box, walks it over, and opens it up. What is inside is what is a blade known as an arak. Do you know what that is?
No.
An arak is basically what was once used as a farming implement but is now a weapon of war, often used in ancient Egypt. It is a blade that goes up and then curves round.
Oh, right, yeah, I've seen pictures of those, yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
This is...
Like a scythe?
Similar. It's kind of like a sickle, but it's called an arak. This is the blade is a pure black metal.
Okay.
Not rusted, just a pure black. This is a cursed weapon. I am trying to remove the curses and replace the enchantment. Unfortunately, it requires a particular thing to remove the curse. Orc's blood. This needs to be bathed in it, so I'm afraid you're going to have to find someone. Do you think this is a task to your liking?
I sort of look over at Alorin and see try and read him and what his perception of the situation is.
I have an idea.
You have an idea?
I have an idea of how we could do this. Just tell me, would I know offhand how many orcs there are in the Northern Quarter? Are they a common sight, or...?
Roll.
What am I looking for? Just history?
This will be history, yeah.
That's an 18.
With an 18, you know that there's a few. You know of a few. They're not exactly majorly commonplace, but you know of one that is, for example, a seller at the market. You know one that frequents the tavern.
It's
exactly how much blood would we need?
That's another question, yes, because it depends on whether or not I have to harm someone.
An unfortunate amount.
Oh, I was afraid you'd say that.
This is why I cannot do this inside the city. I was hoping to visit one of the caves of Aliar, which is an orc settlement that is quite dangerous in these kind of parts. So, dealing with one of those with the blade would not exactly have drawn the ear of anyone that would mind at all. In fact, I'd probably be doing the service of some people nearby. But unfortunately, the caves of Aliar are at least 4 days away, and I have a lot of backdated projects that need to be sorted for my clients. I do not have the time.
Seriously?
So, if you are willing to take under this task, upon its completion, I will give you the name that you seek. A fair price.
Might I have a private word?
Indeed.
We step to... should we step outside the shop, or...?
Yeah, because the whole thing about having the ill intentions, if we decide to do her in, the walls will kill us. So I think we should go outside in case we decide to do her in.
No, it was...
Moral quandary.
No. I have a plan of how to acquire Orc's blood without us having to leave the city. However, it goes against my ethical code. But if this does lead us closer towards getting the very cure for this plague, I could probably overlook it. I just want to know what your thoughts on it are. Because, being a doctor, I can find an orc, I can convince someone that they are perhaps ailing from something, tell them that they need to have a significant amount of blood removed and then replaced, which will do me some harm because I'll need to do that myself, but it'll work.
We have 4 more names to check first.
I was hoping you would suggest we try elsewhere first.
I'd like to do this without causing undue misery and harm if I could.
Oh, they would be fine at the end of the day. I could probably make them feel better than they were when they entered. It's just, it would make me feel very bad.
If worst comes to worst, and this is what we have to do, is it something you could teach me to do?
It's a very delicate surgical procedure. Also some special abilities of mine that can heal very well. So no.
Let's explore every other avenue first. And then if needs
I was
be,
hoping you'd ask.
if needs be and we have to do this, then we can work our way around it somehow, I'm sure.
Okay. So, what other name are you going to choose?
Let's go to Moz. None of the other ones have jobs.
I sort of say to Alorin, this Temple of Lear place, this isn't another place, is it?
Hang on, Leah. Let me have a look to see if I think I know.
And are you going to be able to go inside? It's a temple. Hallowed ground, right?
That I'd probably have to double check on because I got some information wrong about the other temple that made me think that I couldn't go in, but turns out I was incorrect about that. Cause
I would like you to roll religion with advantage.
Leah, okay. Oh, she's hot. That's all I know.
Okay, that's an 18, and then... Yeah, I got an 18, yeah. That's what
Okay, with an 18, Lear is the other than his god Horus, which you've heard him speak about, Lear is the only other god that you're actually aware of, for one reason. She's the goddess that Teke married to get into this similar pantheon.
I was looking through my sheet, and I should have read... I looked over everyone's names, but I should have read the thingy, shouldn't I?
It actually only says that he married into a different pantheon. As for her...
Oh, yeah.
As for her details, as you know this, I will actually give you these details. She is the goddess of mountains and knowledge.
Yeah.
She is also associated with charisma. Her main worshippers are warriors. Warriors. And she is the wife of Teke, and you know that she is also the daughter of one of the other gods, but you don't know which one.
Oh, I could tell you that.
Yes. So that is
The San.
Yes, that is the only other one that you are actually aware of.
Okay, can I quickly have a check to see whether I know whether or not I can enter this ground?
Yes.
History?
How much? Yeah.
15.
You know that that you probably could manage it, but you would be uncomfortable.
Like sort of riding the subway.
The goddess of knowledge does not have disfavor with those that are the undead, specifically because so long as they are sentient undead, simply because that allows them to learn more throughout the ages. She is actually mainly worshipped by lichers. However, being hallowed ground, divine and celestial energy is concentrated there. So, by the very nature of your undead form, it does become uncomfortable for you. However, her favour grants you enough... It grants you enough favour that you are not going to burn from being on the ground.
I can manage entering, but if I get a little bit uncomfortable, don't mind me if I leave.
Okay, so I reckon we should go there next.
Okay, so that is...
Moss the Kobold, Temple of Lear and Linden Way.
Yeah, that's that one.
It's in Barton Court, yeah. So you arrive there. It takes you about, from the distance, it doesn't take you that long to reach there.
It's what, from there to there?
Actually, wait, yes it does. It takes you about an hour or so to reach there. Do you take your carriage again?
It would be less than 50 silver this time, wouldn't it? Because it's less distance.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in a fancier area.
Yeah, and I suppose because he knows we're not from here, he might take us all around, like take us the long way. Charge us more.
Oh, there's Big Ben.
Do you want to try it? I will roll to see if he's nice to you.
Okay, yeah, we'll take
Yeah,
the
go
carriage
for it,
again.
yeah, go for it,
We'll
go for
let us decide as to whether or not we keep doing this.
He keeps the prices average. You arrive there currently on 10 silver. So you have spent a grand total of 60 silver so far on travel.
Much better.
Okay, that's better.
So you arrive at the temple. Now the temple may not be as large as the cathedral that you are used to, but it's significantly larger than the mission.
Yeah, but I'm used to that.
Quite a lot of places is larger than the mission.
But to be fair, like the other couple of temples look tiny.
This particular temple has pillars around with what look to be gargoyles of goblin kind of creatures with wings that are guard things, and you know these to be Lear's servants. And as you approach, you start getting a somewhat welcoming but cold feeling. A cold that you don't want to step into, but one that feels like it really, really wants to welcome you.
It's like one of those weird situations where you're cold but you're also sweating.
So the large door is painted a gorgeous red. There is not a single pebble out of place. This place is perfectly clean.
Okay. I head up to the door. Is it open, or do you have to knock to go in?
You do have to knock to go in.
Okay. Feeling a bit tense because I know obviously she's married to the god that likes fingers. I knock on the door.
A kobold opens the door. He takes one look at you and goes, "Oh, yes, please come in. Please come in." You just go, "How are you? How are you?" Then he turns from you to you and goes, "Oh, well, I suppose. Yes, please do come in. Please do come in."
Thank you for your warm welcome. Do we know each other?
Oh, no, but I know of your people. I know of your people, of course. The people of the husband Tege, of course. Lear is very fond of your people, very fond, although your people not so fond of her, those of you that know about her. Are you familiar with Lear at all?
Vaguely, yes. Yeah, I've got a working knowledge of Lear. I don't think she's bad. She's alright. She's fine.
She'll do.
She's alright. I don't get...
Yes. Well, I've heard a little bit of a few scuffles of those that believe that we unfortunately stole your god from you, which was not the case. I assure you, Teke sought out Lear on his own.
Yes, Randy Dog, Teke, yes.
Yes, and as for you, what can I do for your kind?
I'm here with him.
We're coming together.
Fair enough. So, not currently in seeking of your own knowledge, are you?
The way you said that, is there something that you need from here? No, I don't think so either. No, just the way that you said it made me think that we're missing something.
I'm ever seeking knowledge. However, we are currently tasked with something that'll bring us the greatest of knowledges.
Oh, wonderful. Well, just so you know, the basement is a massive library if you wish to peruse it. Now, how can I help you?
Okay, is there some sort of routine? So when you go into here, like, you know, for example, if you were to go into like a Christian church, sometimes you like light candles or something. Is there something that you do in here when you come in?
Oh, no. Leah doesn't like to waste time. She believes that time wasted on prayer could be time spent learning other things.
Fantastic.
So,
with that in mind then, Moss, my little kobold friend...
You haven't asked his name yet.
It's fine. We are here in the pursuit of knowledge.
Wonderful, absolutely wonderful. What kind of knowledge?
I'm pleased you said that. We are looking for something that's very special to me and sort of very unique. And somebody out there believes that you might be able to help us and let us know where it is.
Oh, and who was that?
Oh no, I don't want want to say his name in case he gets like freaked out or something. This morning we were visited by a representative of a very powerful man. I'll cut to the chase. What we're looking for is a collection of jewels that belong to my people.
I'm not aware of much jewellery from your people, I'm afraid.
Insight, that is a 16.
He seems to be telling the truth.
These people are charismatic fucks.
Well, it is
No,
like
he seems to be genuinely telling the
telling-
truth.
okay.
Not imperceptible, just he seems to be genuinely telling the truth.
Fuck it. I described the crystals off of the memory of what he said to the shopkeep earlier.
Well, there is a little bit of a jogging of the memory there with that. Yeah. So one of my old one of the members of my congregation, he mentioned coming across something like that in confessionary. So maybe.
Oh, this was in confession, was it?
Yeah, and in confession he's not going to tell us who it was. Oh, fuck. Okay, I say to him, and I assume the rules of confession mean that you couldn't give me any personal details about this person.
Oh, most certainly not. Of course I couldn't. What kind of priest would I be?
But
He
if
looks
I-
directly at you again. He goes, fellow cleric. Nice to meet you. And he offers his hand.
I shake his hand.
It feels like it burns.
Yeah, I was going to say, do I need to roll a wisdom saving throw? Oh, okay, I'll take that. That's a 20. He
You
knows.
take it perfectly fine, but you can tell immediately he knows exactly what you are.
Yeah, I figured that from the way he was talking. Like, has he just realised that, or?
When he said
No,
like, your
he knew
kind.
that you were a
Yeah.
vampire the
Yeah.
moment you walked in.
Yeah, when he said your kind, I got that as an inkling. Okay, that's fine then. But
Yes.
if I say...
We're having a clerical conversation here,
I'm
Brandon.
from his dying. If I say the guy's name, will you give me a little bit of a... "Whoop, that's him? Just like, will you confirm?
Try it.
With a nod of the head? No, I'm asking him, if I give you a name, will you just literally just like nod your head a little bit and let me know if it's the right name we're looking for or not? Would that be something that's acceptable to you and your faith to do?
My lady may have married the god of deceit, but I'm afraid she does not share his penchants for lies.
That's really good. That's really good.
So, I'm afraid that it would not be good of me to break my oath. So I'm afraid not.
As a semi-religious man myself, I understand that.
Moss, if I may.
I'm incensed, Nathan.
As a cleric, I'm certain you are aware of the plague that has befallen this city.
I am, yes. It is a terrible thing. I myself have had a hand in trying to cure it, but sadly to no avail.
No, the same. There doesn't seem to be much cure, only easing the pain, as it were. But the items that my friend and I seek, there is potential that they hold the answer to the cure to this plague.
I'm just sort of pacing back and forth, like in the background. I'm like,
So-
they'll definitely work.
You can imagine my urgency when I say that acquiring these crystals would be beneficial to the entirety of mortality.
Roll Constitution, by the way. You've been in here a while.
Yeah. Also, is it hard in here? Or is it just me? That's a 7.
He looks you up and down. I understand. I'll tell you what. I suppose that you could always earn the information. There is something that I do need.
Please don't tell me it's orc's blood.
Oh well,
Yeah, 'cause we
that's
out here.
entirely up to you. Why would it be orc's blood?
We have a lot of errands to run today.
Oh. Well, I suppose if you really wanted to, you could do it there. I'm afraid I sort of need a blessing from your god.
Which
Tech,
one of
eh?
us?
And
Okay.
he looks directly at you.
You said this morning you could visit 9 more times.
No, unfortunately, that that would allow him access without getting it. A blessing would require a sacrifice.
Like an actual life.
Yes. I'm afraid, in need of doing a particular a particular level of spell. I'm afraid I'm trying to ease the passing of one that is afflicted by a different curse. And the only way that I can deal with this is to have the blessings of a divine, but unfortunately, its symbolism seems to be very specific, so I'm afraid I need this.
Would a blessing from Cyreus suit at all?
I'm afraid not. Are you starting to get the theme of today?
Yeah.
Did say you might
Someone's
not like
gotta
this.
die.
It might not be that. No. You could try a different name.
Well, I could. Oh,
You guys could try a different name.
Okay, hang on. Let me just. Okay, hang on. This blessing. How would you need it? Like, what would we have to do specifically?
You would need to go to the sanctuary of the blessed light and
Which I don't think we're welcome to.
and sacrifice something to the at the altar.
Something that has sentience.
Has to have sentience.
Could it be like a rat?
It'd need to be good. It'd need to be.
He only took your finger, greedy git. He doesn't need anything bigger.
No, from what I know about him, it'd need to be something quite sort of particular and quite sort of special.
It would need to be at the very least better than a rat.
Yeah, it needs to be.
It could
be
gerbil.
It could be something like to the lowest level would probably be something like
A dog.
something similar to that. Yes, something bigger with enough blood to spill to be considered worth it.
To acquire this blessing, we sacrifice something on the altar in the Sanctuary of Light. How then, this is more sort of a logistical question, not so much in-game, how then will we transfer the blessing back? Will we just have it, like, on us and then we just go back? And then...
Through the altar you will receive a pearl.
Oh, okay, wicked, and that's like a symbol of the blessing. Okay, sweet, that's the kind of thing I was looking
It
for.
is very specific to the mer people because it's what you would do.
Yeah.
Back down there.
That's what you're kind of do.
And I say to him...
Savages.
And I say to him, the
Usually they do criminals. It's an easy way.
The passing that you're trying to ease, is there any other way that you can sort of remove this curse?
I'm afraid this curse is keeping them alive but in constant agony.
So it can't be a good thing, would it? Kinda.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we could like try and like, we could find one of the criminals that we caught before and say, right, you're on death row now.
It was only through my goddess's knowledge and wisdom that I was able to understand that this curse would actually be able to be lifted with Teke's blessing.
Yeah, he's that kind of guy.
Yeah. Frick.
Oh yeah, he hates the gods.
I have mild contempt for most of them. I pat Cyreus on the shoulder and say, let's come back to this one, shall we?
When would you
You
need?
go through all of the names.
When would you need it by? As soon as possible.
As soon as possible, yes.
To ease their passing.
Well, I mean, they're not dying.
Yeah, but
Yes, but also my magic cannot even ease their pain.
as a doctor, this should play on your heartstrings as well.
I'm trying to help you here.
I'm vamping.
Bleh. I'm just like hopping about because I'm very uncomfortable. I know. Let's go.
Yeah, you want to get out of here? Okay, right. I'll say to Moss, we bring the blessing back, and we get the name.
Yes, that is the best that I can do. I'm afraid I cannot really break my oath without cause. However, my needs and duties as a cleric of this order is incredibly and vitally important, significantly more so than that of a simple confessional. If you do this for me, you will be doing me a great favor, so I would owe you a great favor in return, and for that, I could break the confessional and give you your name. But without that, I'm afraid it would just be improper.
I say to him, I understand. You may see us again. And because I can see Lauren's quite visibly uncomfortable, I say, I think my friend might need some fresh air. We'll return.
It might be good for him, yes.
Because obviously I don't know that he knows that he's so I'm trying. I'm not giving the silver thing now.
I'm just
I'm not trying to give it away. I don't know that he knows you're a vampire. So I'm like, okay.
fuck me in my vampire ass. Fuck you now.
And I say to him, you may see us again. And I kind of just hurry Alorin out.
I hope that I do. Roll Constitution.
Okay, that's better. That was an 11.
Okay.
You walk out and it feels like the soles of your feet have been on fire but have now been put into cool ice.
Oh, that would hurt even more.
Yeah. It's like, yeah.
Okay.
Can we get a carriage again?
Quick 5-minute break.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
we're outside of the temple.
Yep.
And I say to Alorin, I have this strange feeling that no matter what we end up doing today, we're going to feel all the worse for it tonight.
Well, I suppose it's going to be a case of let's find the best of a bad lot.
I have this strange feeling that maybe we're being tested here.
By
a
who?
mean DM. Sorry.
Well, these people, they're giving us a runaround. None of them, I can't see them having the jewels. It feels like in the pursuit of these names, the sect wants to see just what we're capable of. And those cryptic words that she gave us this morning, what exactly did she say? It was something like
Want to see how much you wanted or something.
yeah, something like that, right? Yeah, I sort of say that and I'm like, yeah. I sort of repeat those words back to Alorin and go, I think I'm starting to understand now the meaning behind those words.
Well, from my very brief interaction with his minions, I wouldn't put it past sect.
What tokens do we have?
I believe we still have the swallow and the raven.
Correct, you've used the robin.
Yes. Either of those, they're not sect tokens, are they?
No. None of them have anything to do with the lords.
The clans or the sects are not the tokens were forged by the Thieves Guilds and given to those families, but those families can be in favour of any particular Thieves Guild thief they want, but they usually go for the one that is within their area and governing their particular area, just out of, so most of them belong to Branthus and a couple of others that are within the rich areas.
Worst comes to worst, should it be that acquiring such knowledge requires an action that is immoral in our eyes, we do have the tokens to spend to get someone else to do it for us.
Well, I mean, I have killed in pursuit of these jewels before, so...
And I'll kill again! I'll do it again, damn it!
I feel we should probably explore every avenue until we come across something that'll sit well with our morals
Let's.
and our stomachs.
Who's closest?
Okay, so we've got Gunster Place in Littlebury.
Okay, this is going to be a whole thing, isn't
We've
it?
got Belgrave Arch.
Okay, Little Breeze over here.
Okay, have you got Belgrave Arch?
These are all in the southern quarter, aren't they?
Highest majority of them. Belgrave is here.
Okay, so that one... Okay, so they're both relatively equidistant, the first one's being a little further away.
And then we've got Greville Road in Greencroft.
Greencroft...
Would it be this green area?
No.
No?
Look at that, would make too much sense. So we're there,
Greencroft.
Okay, so Belgrave and Greencroft are relatively close to each other. Littlebury's a fucking mile away.
So do you want to do Littlebury first, because then we're coming back on ourselves to come do these two? Because that's near the shop as well, isn't it? So we decided
Yeah, the rest of them are sort of in a similar area, so if we go to Littlebury...
Yeah, okay, so if we
one out of the
rack
way.
up to Littlebury...
That one's quite close to the docks, so...
and in Littlebury we are seeing a guy or girl called Aralima Ricketts. She's at Gunster Place.
Arolamir.
Okay, so are we going that way?
Yeah, I can't quite see the map properly from here, so... Gunster Place is there.
Okay, so are you going in a carriage?
Yeah, my feet hurt.
Okay, let's carriage it.
That distance will take you about 20 silver.
Oh, okay, still cheap.
Yeah.
So we're sitting at what? 50, 10, 60, 80 silver.
80 silver.
Okay.
Are you doing it the way that 100 silver is 1 gold, or...? Okay.
Yeah,
Just
I
to keep it
presume
easy.
so. Yeah, I presume so. Okay, so yeah, let's go over to Littlebury.
Okay, so you head over to Littlebury and you enter into the Gunster Place area.
Yeah.
And there on a in the small little courtyard that is surrounded by the buildings, you actually see a half-elf sat on a just on a bench, on a stone bench, and he seems to be playing a flute.
Bard, maybe. Maybe all this one will want is something easy, like a new string. And then we'll
For his
go, right.
flute.
Yeah. Flute. Oh yeah, shit, yeah. Sorry.
I broke a
It's a
string on
pan-
my flute.
Not a flute, sorry, it's a panpipe.
Panpipe.
Like a satyr
Do you know
would
what I
play.
mean? Yeah.
Oh, one of those chaps play in town.
What?
The Native American chaps in town.
There's
They play-
Native American chaps in town?
Yeah, they come down with
Oh, yeah, I know. The ones. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, they play panpipes, don't they?
I don't know if they're actually Native American, but.
Oh, Native American. They play that one, don't they?
Do they?
Yeah. Fly like an eagle, sit like a pelican. So,
Okay.
Rickus is playing the panpipes.
Yes.
Is he a man or a woman?
Male.
He's male. As his song comes to a close on his panpipes, I sort of applaud gently, not like
Smile.
not aggressively, and yeah, like shy in the buff, like just.
Thank you. I'm going to have to lower the volume of those.
That's fine. Use them to sync. It's okay.
And then I sort of approach. I don't sit down next to him because it's a bit presumptuous.
Mm-hmm.
And fuck, how am I going to play this?
He
You know
says
what?
as he picks up the pan flute.
You know what? I feel like right now I'd be losing my patience a little bit. So while I'm still being nice, I kind of want to figure out what all these people are about and then figure this out and get close to these jewels. So I say to him, Mr. Rickus, I presume.
He looks kind of surprised that you know him by name. Oh, hello there.
And I sort of say to him, my name is Cyreus, and I sort of like offer him up my hand to shake.
He reaches up and he shakes it. Oh, might I ask, what are you? I've never seen your kind before.
Fishman, no.
Fair enough. Suppose the fins are a dead giveaway.
No, I'm English, not Finnish. I sort of show him my PI badge, and I say, don't worry, well, you're not in trouble.
Not yet.
Not yet. If you answer what I need to know, you're going to get out of this before you take.
So he didn't say that.
I didn't
It's
say
fine.
that.
I was about to say.
This is a metagaming. It's fine.
I say to him, in the course of investigation we're running, we were given a name by a very powerful man.
In case I want to shoot people for metagaming.
We were given you were given your name by a very powerful man. And I sort of let the silence sit for a little bit to see what his reaction is.
He's just raising his brow. What on earth would you have been given my name for?
You see, that's what we're trying to figure out. Essentially, I'm looking for something that belongs to my people. And your name came up in the conversation of someone that may have one of these things.
Knowledge of.
Knowledge of one of these things.
What things are these?
They're very special jewels.
Oh. Maybe.
$12.
15.
You can tell he knows something.
Knows something about Jews. Okay.
I
I suppose I'll lean in and say, he knows something.
Okay.
Roll stealth.
No.
Roll stealth.
He knows something!
You know, get.
Oh, modified 20.
He doesn't have.
Okay. Now I sit down next to him. And I sort of like lean forward, so I put my elbows on my knees and sort of lean forward a bit, like looking sort of forwards with him sort of next to me. And I sort of say to him,
I'm just stood awkwardly in front of you both.
I sort of say to him, oh shit,
Oh shit.
shit, son. I sort of say to him, any information that you have about these jewels would be greatly appreciated by me and my partner.
No. Can I ask what's in it for me?
That's for you to decide.
Really? How wonderful of you to offer me that.
Oh, but-
Absolutely brilliant.
Were you expecting him not to have an idea of what he wants us to do? After everything we've gone through today?
After everything you've gone through, my word, have you had quite the day of it?
I mean, it's still fresh in the morning.
Oh, fair enough. There is, well, please come into my house. And he gets up and he heads for his house.
Okay, right, he's invited me. Okay.
He opens up the door. Come in.
Yep, we go into the house.
So it's surprisingly small. However, it seems
He's only a musician. It's understandable.
However, it seems to be built out of what looks to be imported wood, in terms of for beams and stuff like that. Well, with
Is it Feywood? Or
no, actually, it looks very similar to that which would be used on ships and things of the like.
Oh, okay.
So decently pricey, but not gold and core level.
No.
So significantly better than what you're used to inside the northern quarter.
We like our termites though.
Give us your house.
And he goes to a nearby couch and he just sits down. And goes, please have a seat. Please have a seat.
We sit.
Yeah, we sit next to each other.
Okay, sorry. Difficult to talk outside because you never know quite who's listening. You know.
Of course.
So there is a particular task that I'd been after getting sorted. I was thinking I was going to have to hire someone, if I'm honest, but why bother when I can save the coin?
Of course. Now, would you like to tell us what it is you want us to do?
I just need an item.
Oh dear. Please tell me it's a stick.
No, it's an orb of scrying.
Can I roll a history to see if I know what that is? That's a 9, so
See, I know what that is in real life, but I probably have to roll to see if I know what it is in game.
Well, I got a 10.
Oh, okay, wow. What was this, history?
Mm-hmm.
That's a 5.
So you
You want a crying orb?
You are like scrying orb. I can tell by your expressions.
I'm wearing a mask.
Good point. Yeah.
I can tell by your blank expression and your
He
bird-like
looks at you
face.
then. You can see by your expression. I can tell by your expression that you're a little bit confused. You see, an orb of scrying is a decently powerful device. It allows you to view areas which are significantly further away in life, shall we say. So basically, if you wished to see what is going on in a particular town, you simply hold it in your hands, say the words, and then say the name of the town, and voila, you've got a view. It's quite useful indeed. It's also quite expensive and difficult to find, and more difficult to make if you're a magic user.
Oi! Oi! EastEnders! Oi!
And I say to him, and if it's not too much, like, sort of getting in your business, what exactly would you be using this orb for?
Well, I suppose that's my business, isn't it?
Ladies' bedrooms! Ladies' bedrooms!
If you wanted to try and convince him, roll persuasion.
No, I mean, I think his business is his business. I'm presuming, being as you're asking for this, you would know where one was, right?
I have an idea.
Well, I mean, if we're going to go get it, we're going to need to know where it is.
There is a teacher at Blue Crow Academy. His name is Lundell. He actually lives close to there. I know that he has one, and I was hoping that you could procure one for me. He lives in Southbrook, Atlas Road.
What was the name? Sorry, Al...
Hmm?
What was the guy's name? Al something.
Oh, Lundell.
Lundell.
Yeah. Who lives at Southbrook, Atlas Road, and who is a teacher at a Blue Crow Academy. Now, do be warned, he is an orc, so getting on his bad side would probably not be smart.
I'm thinking 3 birds, 1 stone here.
Yeah, say it right. Take his blood, sacrifice him, nick his orb. Everyone's telling us the name.
Okay, so this guy sounds dangerous, basically. You say he's a teacher at Blue Crow Academy. What does he teach?
I believe it's art.
He's an art teacher.
We could take an art teacher in a fight.
I would like to let you know that the average orc that doesn't exercise at all, that lives a quite a slovenly lifestyle, is at least 10 times stronger than the average human in this world.
Yeah, but how much stronger is he than a fish?
He will literally rip your arms off and beat you to death with them.
He's got to catch me first.
He's a slippery guy.
I am a slippery guy.
I've got like +2 on my dex when grappled, mate. So
Now, I'm not saying you couldn't beat an orc inside a fight. I'm just saying that big and strong, be warned.
Okay, well this one seems pretty straightforward.
Yeah, I think we just get the Grey Twins on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they're not... I mean, it's going to be expensive, but considering that the shit we'll have to go through, we could probably just give them one of, like, the crests. Say, here you go, you can have that. Just get this orc for us.
Okay, so, we say to this Rickus guy, and when would you, like, do you just, like, happy waiting? Or, like, do you need it by a particular time, or...?
By the end of the day would be delightful if possible, but I suppose I could manage
Myself in the eye.
for the next maybe 24 hours.
Okay, we'll see what we can do. And then we stand up to leave. I shake his hand again and say, maybe we'll see you in the future. We've got a few other avenues to explore, but if we can help you out to get this name, then we'll do what we can. And then me and... Are you happy leaving now? I don't think there's any more questions.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything else I want. I need to-
Wonderful. Okay, I suppose hopefully I'll see you later on today then. With an orb.
Maybe.
I'll show you my orbs.
Okay, that one seems pretty...
That one seems simple, but at the same time, it's also like probably the least moral of the jobs we have.
Well, I mean, maybe this Londor guy's a bastard. Maybe he's a bastard.
Maybe. I mean, he's an orc. He'd kill us if we entered his home. So,
So-
bit of a bad guy, if you ask me.
Okay, so we've got two last people to go see. We've got Eslan Novak and Doldrum.
Doldrum.
Okay, so what's the closest? We're looking for...
Oh, well, they're both
Belgrave.
like pretty far away. One was there. The other one was what was it? Little
Belgrave Arch and Loxodon.
what?
Loxodon's his species.
Oh, sorry. Gravel
What's a fucking
Road.
Loxodon?
Gravel Road.
In what area?
Greencroft.
That was.
Oh, is he like an elephant man?
Yeah, that's what Loxodons are.
In the style of the elephant man.
So they're both like right next to each other. So we could we could basically tackle them both within like 10 minutes.
Can we go do the elephant man first, just because he sounds more interesting?
Okay, we'll go to fucking Greencroft, and we might as well take the fucking cab again.
Okay, considering the distance, this one takes 40 gold. Sorry, 40 silver.
Okay.
Not gold.
So we're at
120.
120,
So 1
yeah.
gold, 20 silver. Yeah.
Okay. We're racking up some expenses here. Today, mate.
It's a gold. We're fine.
To be fair, I did spend 20 gold on crabs. So. And scallops. So.
Okay, so let's rock up to Gravel Road, please, Craig, and go see Mr. Doldrum.
Okay. So, you find his house, and it just looks to be a normal house on a... As you enter his street, however, you hear the sound of music to your left, and you see and you hear what looks to be a party going on one of the buildings down the street. You move past this building and up to a few doors down, which is the Loxodon's building, and
We're
his
past the
door
bar
is
mitzvah.
closed. His door is closed. Are you going to knock?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing else we can do, yeah. Let's knock him up.
Knock him up.
Yeah, like knocking.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He opens it. What do you want?
He doesn't do that.
I like how you use that negotiation. He doesn't do that. Please don't make this guy upset with us.
Okay, so let me roll a perception. He seems angry. Let me roll a perception. 13. My perception. So that's a 14.
He just seems really irritated at something.
Good evening, sir. I'm sorry to bother you. Is everything all right? Good afternoon. It's afternoon at this point, I assume.
Yeah.
Afternoon.
No, it's not. I want the noise to stop. Are you members of the guard? If so, arrest them.
Slow down. The party down the street.
Yes.
Is it loud? Like, is it like annoying?
It is quite
Rowdy.
loud.
Yeah.
Those bloody tabaxi never calm down.
Oh, you haven't. Never mind. Okay. I like that. We can party crash.
Yeah.
Okay, right. I'll get my shirt off and stand on the table. And I'll piss in the punch. How's that?
Okay, so that's obviously what he wants us to do, right?
Yeah, but should we say we'll do it, but for like information?
Okay, so I say to him, please, let's just slow down a second. May we come in?
He looks at you. And he steps by and he just opens the door.
Okay, so there you go. So we've been invited in. You see, clever.
I wasn't going
Thinking
to
for you.
push past him. He'd tear me to pieces.
No, what I mean is because obviously you can't go unless you've been invited.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. I wasn't going to enter without his permission anyway.
Actually, that doesn't count as an invitation. He has to say it.
The gesture's there. I assume that if I try, I'd just be like repelled out.
I will be rolling. Actually, no. If you try, you'll bleed from every orifice.
Okay, so what I'll say then.
I'll wait out. I'll scope out the party.
Yeah, I'll say, Mr. Dol. No, I don't know his name. Do I? Shit. I say to him, my partner is going to stay outside and just sort of run some reconnaissance and just sort of see, like scope out.
Yes. Come in.
Wonderful. So we go in. I'm on my own on this one, Nathan.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes. Okay. Am I allowed to sit down? Like, are we sitting? Are we standing?
He walks over. He's got a bit of a walking stick and all that. He's kind of limping as he walks, and he goes over, sits down, and rests on it. So, what are you going to do about them? You are members of the guards. You did say yes, right?
I sort of say to him,
Just flash your badge.
yeah. I say, we're not necessarily a member of the guards, but we can still maybe help you out with your problem. And I show him my PI's badge.
Oh, are you investigating? You know, I hear they're the bad sort of rabble. Oh, they're not supposed to be here. They're not supposed to be down this end. But no, somehow they managed to get in. No.
He's a racist.
Racist, I don't like
Burn his house down, then he won't complain about noise and have other problems.
I close my PI badge and put it in my pocket, and I just sort of like put my hands together. Well, put my hands together as best I can because I've cut a finger off. That's going to be awkward. That looks really awkward. I don't like that. So I kind of just do. Yeah, whatever. Doesn't matter. I say to him, well, I may be able to help with your problem, but see, the thing is, we've been sent on an investigation for something that's quite close to my heart and quite important to me, and your name came up as a man that might be able to give us a bit of information.
Information? My name? Who gave you my name?
Sect did.
Shit, okay, we're just going straight out with that,
I'm
aren't we?
losing my patience, Nathan.
He pauses and goes,
He doesn't have paws, he has
What?
hooves.
that's terrible.
He hasn't incriminated you in any way, or said at all that you have committed a crime. Basically,
You're a member of that horrible society of thieves.
weirdly enough, I'm working against the horrible society of thieves. It just so happens to be that they have something I need, and they reckon that maybe you'd know something about it. Let's
Roll
cut
both
to the chase.
perception and deception.
Okay, so perception.
Sorry, persuasion.
Persuasion. Okay, so persuasion.
Persuasion, because you're trying to persuade him.
Oh, it's 2. 8.
Okay, and now deception to for about you walking against the thieves.
14. Okay, my deception's a modified 20, but my persuasion was an 8.
Both work.
Well,
He
yeah.
rolled a 3 both times.
Nice.
So he can't
That's
see
nice.
through your deception, and he thinks about it. Okay, I suppose I can help you. What information do you need?
I'm after some jewels that are very special to me. There's 5 of them, and your name came in conversation that you might know where they've gone. And I sort of give him a description of the jewels and like what they are. Not what they do, but what they are.
I know what you need.
Is it
afraid, tell you what. You do something for me, and I'll tell you who's got one of your baubles.
I like this. I can say to him, please, go on.
Those tabaxi, I want them gone. I don't care how, I don't care what way, you get them gone. And I don't mean quiet, I mean gone.
You mean dead?
Well, he said anyhow, anyway, didn't he?
That means you can make a move, you can just relocate them, you can do whatever. So long as they're not there.
Okay. And then you'll tell me, definitely, one of these people, the name you're going to give me.
Oh no, trust me, he has it. He's a friend of mine. I know he has it, he's been showing it off.
Why were you at about this then?
18. Okay, my perception is 19.
That would be insight specifically.
Insight, sorry, insight.
He is telling the truth.
Okay, I'll go and talk this through with my partner, and we'll see what we can do.
I rolled a modified 21 on resistance to join the party, so I'm not joining the party.
Roll investigation for what you can find while observing.
Oh shit, that's a natural one.
Okay, you look through the windows, but majority.
All I see is butts.
You look through the windows, but all of the curtains are drawn, so you can't see.
Well, this investigation's closed. There's no party because I can't see anything.
You just hear whooping for joy on the other side.
All you hear is. Hey!
Now,
They're doing a conga in the window. It's like there's loose tabaxi going past. Okay, so I rejoin Alorin outside. And as
The
we're
devious bastards, they've closed the curtains.
as we're walking up the road, I say to him, he knows someone that's got one of the jewels that we're looking for.
But he's being a lot more straightforward than our other visitors.
At least,
look, you've been the visitors.
I forgot the word. Visitees, then.
we don't necessarily have to hurt anyone here. We just, as we're passing through the tabaxi house, I sort of like do that with my head. We've got to get these guys to move on for good.
Got to get him to move house.
How? You could scare them into moving. You could.
We need to run a grift, Nathan. I can't. If you pretend to be a bogus gas man, you go around there.
It's it's not a kite, is it?
No, it's not a code. Sorry, it's a gun. Can you smell gas? No, that's not going to work. Okay, well, we've got one last name on our list.
And they're nearby, so.
Yeah, so as we're walking along, we're sort of discussing, I imagine we'd just be discussing like what we reckon would be the best option out of all the four we've been given so far. And I sort of, as we arrive to the new place, is it close enough to walk, Craig, would you reckon? The last place we're going to, which is Belgrave Arch. Okay, so we'll walk over there, we're not going to like go crazy.
Takes you about 20 minutes, but
Yeah, as we kind of arrive, I just sort of like leave it at sort of like hoping, saying to Alorin that I hope that the last thing we're asked to do is not only super simple and super fast,
but nice.
Also, but also like not
helps the
necessarily
community.
Yeah, and a kind of bad thing to be doing.
I want you to set up an ice cream stall and give all free lollipops to children.
Yeah,
yeah,
that we could do that. Yeah. So it's not going to be that. So we arrive at Belgrave Arch in Belgrave, and we're looking for Eslan Novak.
Eslan.
Yes.
The building that you come across is a decently sized manor, a little bit smaller than the previous mansion you guys had been to in your first mission, and it's a little bit smaller than that. Not quite a mansion, more as I said, more of a manor. So it looks decently expensive. There's nobody waiting outside. The door is coloured green, and the pillars are made out of stone rather than marble, so it's not one of the highest end of the rich area.
Okay, so we rock up.
What do you know? Have you got any information on this guy, or is it just?
It's literally just the name and then where he is.
Oh, okay.
So I'm going to knock upon the green door.
Door opens. Hello there. It's a butler.
Okay, sweet. I'm good with butlers.
Are you?
No. I flash in my PI badge and say, "Excuse me, is Eslan Novak around at all?"
The master is currently indisposed. I'm afraid that you've come at a bad time.
Indisposed?
Yes, he's quite busy.
It really is quite urgent. Is there any way that we could possibly see him?
Come inside, and he opens up the door.
Yay!
Hey!
You get to come inside this one.
Shut up! It's okay, so we're going in. What does it look like?
So inside is there is a there's a red carpet, and one of the things. Roll an investigation check.
It's
in
the
general,
Oscars.
there's paintings, there's vases, that kind of stuff. Roll a.
It's all made of blood.
Natural 20.
Perception 18.
You both notice, and you in particular, one of the first things you notice is that the place it's quite dusty. In the manner that you'd expect a house of this lavishness with servants to not be. It's as though they haven't been doing their jobs.
Okay, righto.
I'm just half expecting us to get to Eslan and he's just a skeleton at the desk. Master, there's people here to see you. Tell them to go away. Master says he wants to speak to you.
Please wait here while I go see if the master is able to see you. And he walks away towards the door and he opens it, and from the moment he opens it, you hear from inside the room that he's going in, yelling and shouting. Before the door closes and everything goes silent again. And about 5 minutes go by before a door opens again, and the butler nods, opens it up, and beckons you to come to come inside with him.
Okay. I'm sort of a bit nervous about this. I don't know about Alorin, but
I'm
on
behind
edge.
you, it's
yeah,
fine.
I'm on edge. I'm on edge.
You walk inside, and to the right on a couch is a Aarakocra girl that looks a little bit forlorn and upset and depressed, and just kind of just sat there. And a human a male, which you assume is Eslan Novak, is standing by a desk, and he looks up. This is a study, so it's got wall to wall with books. There's a big window on one side, another, and a desk on the other, that kind of stuff. And he's leaning against the desk. Yes, how can I help you?
They're the
Aarakocra
bird.
bird
Yeah, okay,
people.
righto.
Similar to the Kenku, but not cursed.
Okay, so I sort of like show him my badge.
Yes, I've been told what you are.
He's a bit of a rush, isn't he? I say to him, it seems that you're a very busy man, so let's not waste any of your time here.
That would be nice, thank you.
We're running an investigation at the moment to reacquire some things that were stolen from me, and your name came up in the conversation of a man that might be able to give us some information.
And who gave you my name?
The Thief Lord sect. I'm just going to watch.
Oh.
Don't worry, he hasn't implicated you in any crime.
Yet.
But fucking
Do you actually add that?
No.
Okay. Well, this is an interesting day.
I power play, I sit down.
Legs spread. You do the backwards chair.
Yeah, like I'm
Listen up, kids.
I like get on his desk. I like lean on his desk like that.
Didn't you expect to see me?
Why was I doing that? I just started doing that, didn't I? You didn't expect to see me today. Okay, so I was locking eyes with this guy. So the good, the bad, the ugly.
What can I do for you?
I'm looking for 5 jewels that were stolen from my people.
What kind of jewels?
I give him a description. I tell him what they look like, but not what they do. Because I've forgotten what I said they look like. So
Egg-shaped.
that's it. Yeah, thank you.
If you're here under a thief lord's recommendations, then I can only assume that what you're doing is not exactly above board.
Well,
with that in mind, you're going to have to do something for me.
Well, I sort of say to him, well, I mean, it's not the case that it's not above board. I mean, they do belong to me by the rules of the sea, but unfortunately, I'm going to have to...
By the rules of acquisition, anything that belongs to anybody can simply be taken away. We know how it all works, and they are only yours once you get them back.
Alright. What can I do for you?
Her. And he turns to the
Well, I mean, if you insist.
I bet you didn't expect to see me today. Okay.
Her. I want her escorted to the northern quarter gate on Orchard Road, and I want her handed off to Don Joseph Salvatore.
Yeah, like I said, I sort of like cast my eye over to Alorin to see if he knows the guy. He's come up before, Salvatore. Salvatore.
Yeah.
Roll history, both of you.
Let's say I don't.
Hang on, I
think-
might have it written down in my little teeny notes.
You get advantage, Nate. considering
He's
you've been
not
here
in
for a
my
year.
book, so
I might have it written down somewhere.
13 on the die first time, 19 on the die second time. What's his history? So that's 22.
Just waiting for.
Yeah, I'm sure I wrote his name down at one point for some reason.
Yeah, it's difficult to like look through.
It's
shit
okay.
now.
It's okay. You remember that Don Joseph Salvatore owns the orchards, which is why it's called Orchard Road. Now, the orchards are outside of the of the thing. The reason why you remember his name is because a certain other Aarakocra used to work under him as a slave.
Oh, yes.
Before he was saved by the person that you were trying to solve the murder of that session.
Yes, of course.
Not that session, 2 sessions ago.
Yeah.
Of course.
This person you know employs slave labor. In fact, you know that the orchards are possibly the only place that is worse than the Northern Quarter.
Okay.
She has failed me for the last time. I have a deal with him. He will be taking on her contract.
May I speak with my partner in privacy for a moment?
Do what you need to.
Thank you. Cyreus?
Yeah, we step outside.
Yeah, we step outside.
I'm dropped one pen.
We're not doing this.
I'm glad you said that.
I'm not handing anyone over to slave labour. However, how much trouble do you think we would be in if we said that we would and just didn't?
Well, like rescued her.
If we just sort of said, yeah, we'll take her, took her to the Northern Quarter, say, be free.
But surely that'd be a bit more.
So you'd take her from a place where she's able to have been a servant in somebody else's mansion to the Northern Quarter where she'd be homeless.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that if we don't do it, we'll just get someone else to.
Yeah. Okay.
So you'd say better homeless in the Northern Quarter than slavery in the orchard.
Yeah, that's my thinking. But I'm also trying to think, like, would this guy send like ninjas after us if we did it?
Ninjas!
Or would he just be like, whatever, she's out of my hair, I don't care?
We're doing a rescue mission, Nathan.
Yeah?
Let's set this bird free. Okay.
It's interesting because we're British, so bird is appropriate in both times. Set this bird free.
Let's set this bird free.
Bird.
Let's do this, Nathan. It's deception time.
Sent to slave labour.
I've had a genius idea.
Uh-oh. Get her to do all the things that we need to do.
No. With minor illusion, I can appear as an Aarakocra, can I not?
Minor illusion, I think, only covers 5 square feet, so...
There's a specific spell for disguising yourself.
Not that. What is
Disguise self?
Yeah, that one. That's what I mean. Sorry, disguise self. I can appear to be an Aarakocra, can I not?
Are you suggesting that you hand yourself over to slave labour and then escape?
Yeah.
This isn't the direction I planned for the session, but go
Think
for
about it. We don't have to hurt anybody. We're saving somebody.
Yeah, but at the same time, you have to try and escape from slave labour.
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay, so today's session's turning into 5 years a slave.
I can do that. I can do that. I've got good stealth. Kinda.
No, you haven't. This is something that comes with every session. We do not have good stealth.
I reckon I can easily slip out of being a slave. All we got to do is arrive. Like, we take her, right? Listen, we take her. We're going to the orchard, okay? Somewhere along the way in the orchard, we stash her in Big Dick's detective agency or something, just keep her out of the way. I appear to be an Aarakocra, right?
Okay.
We go there, you go, oh, there you go, here's your Aarakocra. He goes, oh, brilliant, come this way, right? I give it, like, I don't know, half an hour. Bam! Change back into a merfolk.
What am I doing here?
Hightail it, I'm fucking out of there. He's obviously going to tell the bloke that they've handed, like, her over, right? So in that half an hour...
I'm sure we'll get like a token or something.
Yeah, exactly, right? So in that half an hour, you hightail it back to his house, find out the guy's name, I meet you back at Big Dick's detective agency, put the whole thing to bed. We haven't had to hurt anybody, we haven't had to steal anything, we've done a good thing by rescuing a slave.
So, these are the tasks before you. Steal something from an orc.
Namely his blood.
Or his
Commit a sacrifice in the name of Teke. Kick somebody out, kick 3 tabaxi out of their homes. Bathe a blade in orc blood enough that would likely kill the orc.
Or rescue a slave.
Hand over a slave to a servant into slavery.
Okay.
Yeah, that's one. Yeah.
Okay.
So, which one of these sounds like a good idea?
I have an idea that will cost us one of our tokens.
Right.
What if we handed her over, went to one of the people whose crests that we have, and say, we're claiming our favour, we want you to go to this slave place, get this girl, and employ her. Therefore, not only is she saved from the slavers, she actually has employment.
Like to buy her and then employ her over somewhere else.
Majority of the servants of the high places are actually bought at the orchard.
Would we know that though?
I'm certain that we would have learned that from the
You have learned that it is obviously something that is done, considering that Hal did this very thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that.
Basically, because we still have because was the swallow crest from Nilipsis, or was that from the Dunster?
The swallow crest was from Nilipsis.
I don't think she's likely to hire anyone. Well, I suppose we could just say find her a job. She's experienced it as a servant, so.
What's the other one we have? We have the swallow and the
Raven.
And you haven't met anyone from the Raven yet.
Yeah.
So we'd have to use the swallow token.
So, however, there are other members of the Swallow, then you could simply see if you could ask some contacts to find out if they know any. You've got plenty of contacts.
But okay, I suppose the question is: do we want to use one of our crests on this, or should we go with the original plan and hope that works so we can save a crest?
I don't mind pretending to be in a cockroach.
Yeah, the only problem again is that expending the crest will guarantee that she at least has employment.
Whereas if your plan works, the best case scenario for her is homelessness.
Yeah.
Better than slavery, but
Still not great.
No.
Here's what we do: hire her as a secretary.
you've got a secretary.
Calvish, you're fired.
I'm working in shifts. I have 2 of them.
What, and pay them both the same?
I want all the waifs and strays to come work at my ticket agency. I just want to help everyone.
You just want to build your own orphanage.
Yeah, pretty much. I want to start with a football team. So that's 2, isn't it?
So do you just want to quit and move into the mission because they already are an orphanage?
They would love you there.
Yeah, well, she is a 6 centre forward, so she should get on right in my football team.
You know what, Kelfish, despite the size, very good in goal.
Okay, I reckon, Nathan, we do the crest plan.
Go for the crest plan?
I reckon it would be the best way.
Okay, so how should we go about this? Should I find Nilipsis, or would you like to do that?
Okay.
Or should we take her? But should we both take her to the orchard, get that sorted, and then seek out the crest?
We could save some time. Because the only thing I'm thinking of is, if we do this, and then by the time we get back to him, she's already been bought, he's not going to be inclined to give us the name, because he wants to do this to her as a punishment, doesn't he? So, if one of us walks her there, or takes her there, while the other one goes and looks for this crest thing, drops her off, gets the thing they need from Salvatore to say that they've done it, whips back, gets the name, while the other one gets the crest and gets her bought.
I do feel bad that we're not doing like any of these actually important jobs, but...
Well, I mean, we can always come back round to... I mean, I don't think that Tabaxi one's important. Like, fuck him.
No,
like,
yeah,
fuck him.
Yeah, fuck Doldron.
The Orb of Scrying, fuck him.
Yeah, fuck, not important.
The Orc Blood curse thing, fuck that.
Yeah, it really is just moss, but we don't really have anyone that we want to sack. Salvatore. Maybe we could convince him.
We kidnap the slave owner. We kidnap John Candy.
That is a move.
That's power play, mate. We kidnap John Candy, and then we take him to...
Why is he John Candy?
You know, like from Django Unchained? Leonardo DiCaprio.
He was... John Candy's the actor from Uncle Buck, isn't he?
Yeah, but I mean, his last name because he owns Candyland, which is all his slaves live.
Oh, right.
Django Unchained, isn't it?
So I was thinking of
What,
a
a
guy.
big fat Johnny Depp? Why is he? Okay, I know why.
Why is he a slave owner?
I don't know why you were confused. Okay, we kidnap him, we take him back there, we kill him, we eat his bones. It would work out really nice if he was an orc, because then we could hit 3 at once.
Well, we would get the orbs.
But I mean, we could say to him, you got an orbus crime. Actually,
While we're just jabbing him in the gut.
Okay, I reckon, yeah, we whip her over there. Let's do this plan.
Yeah, I feel like sacrificing the guy is maybe not. If we get round to it, we can. But by the time we do, we'll probably have found someone else
to do it. I mean, I think the thing is, morally speaking, it's a kind of a good thing to do because you're putting someone out of their misery. But at the same time, I feel like as a doctor, damn it, Jim, I'm a doctor, and as kind of a religious man, I don't really want to go back in there, to be honest. I can't imagine you being happy about having to kill someone to.
No, well, I wouldn't be able to do it anyhow. Not allowed to enter it.
Yeah, I wouldn't feel. I don't want to go back in that.
He's only got favour with Leia because of Leia is the goddess of knowledge and doesn't mind the undead.
No, we're talking about the sanctuary of the.
Yeah, that's what I'm
where
on
we
about.
have to
Sanctuary of
go,
Blessed
yeah.
Light, he has no such favour.
I wouldn't want to go in there again.
He scares me. Rock and roll.
Rock and roll. So I
Even
reckon.
though that's the Punisher. No.
What are you doing?
That's what you were doing.
Why are you making a sexual gesture at me?
Because you were doing it. I don't remember what it's called.
I'm not going to say.
If you want to answer what this is called, then please write it on a postcard.
It's 2 in the pink, 1 in
It's
the
going to turn out it's going to be a white supremacist mark. And
No,
you're
no,
like,
no.
damn it!
No, it isn't. It's called like the Punisher or something like that. But
See, I've always said it's 2 in the pink, 1 in the
I know, but it has like an actual name.
I know that, like, that's the minivan. 3 in the front, 5 in the back. That's the minivan.
We've got wildly off topic.
We have. Sorry. Let's rescue a Cochrane. A Cochrane.
Ara Cochrane.
Yeah, because this
Let's rescue an Ara Cochrane.
this is probably just feel like the morally acceptable thing to do. Because at least this one, no one has to die. Has to, but they might.
Yeah, it depends if it goes a bit like Musketeers. We've got to, like, sword fight people.
Okay, so we've gone over our plan. So we'll walk back in the room. And we'll say,
Well,
we'll take on this job.
thank you.
Once the deal is done, how will we be able to prove to you that we have taken her there?
Just simply return. I'll have news by then.
Very well. We'll be back likely in a few hours.
See that you are.
Is she
Very
clasped,
well.
Is she clasped in chains or something? Or?
No, she's not. She's just sat there. She's like, please don't, please.
Okay, I'm gonna put on a tough guy act here.
Shut up, bitch! Shut the fuck up!
You're only making this hard for yourself. Come on now.
Intimidation with advantage. Considering she's already scared.
Good. Not good. Intimidation. That's only an 11.
1 second.
Listen here, you pussy.
She kind of cowers from you, and slowly gets herself up and slowly follows you.
Okay, yeah. So I
We sort of flank her on the way out, I'd imagine.
yeah, we'll take her like an arm each, I suppose, just to give the impression of she's not running away from me. And yeah, so we'll leave the building.
Just before you go, the butler stops you. Just so you know, there will be a report if she does not make it to her destination.
She will.
Good. I would advise against upsetting the master. And then
He already
closes
seems
the door.
quite upset.
Indeed. He closes the door.
Yeah, so I suppose we'll like turn a street corner.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Are you going to let her know what's going on? Because I wasn't.
Why weren't you?
Because when she gets there, she'll be like, yeah, well, I don't fucking matter because someone's going to buy me in a minute anyway, so fuck you.
Okay, okay, can you do something about that then? Because that's...
No metagame!
Because I do plan on telling her, so if you don't want me to tell her, then you're going to have to do something about that.
You guys have 10 seconds to figure out what you're going to do before I shoot you guys for metagaming.
Okay, Nathan, you go, mate. Just go. We'll roleplay it. Go.
Okay.
Okay.
Relax yourself, we have a plan. We're not going to involve you in it just yet.
Plan. She just goes quiet.
Good.
She doesn't. She just believes that she's headed straight for slavery right now.
Well, I've done all I can.
So, are you going to hire a carriage?
I mean, the bridge is far away. It's going to look bad, though, if it's like stealing a woman back. Are we both taking her to the orchard, or did you say you wanted to split up?
If I take her to the orchard while you go find Ellipsis, because you're good with her anyway, aren't you?
Yeah, she's a saucy little minx. I'm sure I can convince her.
And then I'll whip back in the carriage, get the name that I need, and meet you at Big
Well,
Dick's.
okay, would I know off the top of my head where the best place to find Ellipsis would be?
Yes, she gave you her card with them. I'm just going to say
Yeah, she
gave
did,
you
didn't
the card.
she?
Yeah, so you have an address.
Okay, yeah, so... I
We sort
suppose
of
it might be
flagged
two...
out a carriage,
Yeah, we'll
and I
keep the horses warm.
I sort of say to Alorin, do what we discussed. I'll meet you back at Big Dick's once I've got this name.
Yeah.
Okay. So, which one of you would like to go first?
Should I?
If
So, you head off to find her.
Yes. No, it's
So, you head home, I'm assuming, to try and get hold of the card?
I would likely not have that information to hand. So, let's say that I caught the cab with Blake, hopped off outside the area. I ran in, like, Calvis!
She jumps. Oh!
Sorry, it's been a day. I had a business card for a lady in Ellipsis. Do you have that on file?
Oh, yes, she starts rummaging through things. Here you go. Seems she lives in Holly.
That's in the southern area, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I can't see shit from it. Oh, there it is. Okay.
Yeah.
No, it's not. At least it's not too far. I could probably walk that just fine.
Oh, and also there was a letter that came for you both.
Oh, have you opened it?
No. Why would I open your mail?
That's a fair point. Thank you very much.
Shall I save this for when you get back?
No, it's okay. I'll read it now.
Okay, you open it up.
Yep.
Okay. Inside of the words, a queen is a terrible thing to take. Do you might know what that's referencing?
Yes.
Okay.
I pocket that and go. Unusual. Well, that's going to be on my mind for the rest of the day.
Was it bad news?
I don't know, and that's possibly the worst kind of news.
Oh.
It'll probably be fine.
Okay.
I will... I'll have to discuss this with Cyreus when he returns. But for now, I must be off.
Okay. So.
Oh, if nighttime falls before we get back, please lock the door behind you.
I will.
Okay. Good evening, Calvis.
Good evening.
Yeah.
So you head out and you head into Holly and you find her street that's listed.
Yeah.
And you basically find that her house is this. It's quite interesting. It's decently stone built. It's surprisingly small, but you can tell immediately that she has expensive taste simply because through the curtains, through the window, you can see curtains that look like are purple satin.
Ooh. Okay, yes, so I'll knock on her door.
She opens it up. Her black hair is currently tied up in a bun behind her. Her yellow eyes look you up and down as she smiles. Remember, she's a tiefling.
Yeah, I was just trying to recall what she was.
60 years old tiefling.
Yeah.
She smiles at you. Ah. Alorin, was it?
Ellipsis, a pleasure to see you again.
Pleasure, my darling. How can I help you?
Shall we discuss matters indoors, or is this okay?
Oh, perfectly. Please, come in, please.
Thank you.
She lets you in. And you see that her house is darkly decorated. The floor is a dark red. The couches are a dark grey. The curtains are a dark purple satin. The walls are also a dark purple colour. She seems to like her dark colours more than the bright.
I love the design of the place. Was this your doing, or was it like this when you purchased it?
Of course, my darling. Of course it's my own doing. She goes to sit down, and the couches themselves look to be of soft mink fur.
Not a fan of the real furs, but never mind.
She is.
I reach into my pocket and pull out the swallow crest. I have a favour to ask.
Oh. You know, stereotypically, you're supposed to use that with another member, but if you wish to cash in the favour with me myself, you can. It's just sort of uncommon.
Well, to put it simply, you're the only member of this crest that I'm aware of, and it might not be you that has to take action.
Well, I could give you some names if that's what you're after.
Well, I'll explain the situation to you, and you can tell me what would be the best course of action.
By all means.
My colleague and I have been asked to transport someone to the orchard.
Ah.
We're not a fan of this idea, however, doing so acquires us some very vital information. We want to ensure that this person who is being taken to the orchard is taken back out and put into work.
So you're hoping for someone to hire them?
That would be the ideal situation. We didn't have a plan, but at best she would end up homeless, and I couldn't do that to anyone.
Well, homeless is significantly better than the orchard, I can tell you that.
That I'm aware, but if there's anything I can do for someone, then I'll be damned if I don't do it.
Well then, darling, fair. I do believe I know a couple of individuals that would be able to meet said needs.
Good. Might I have their information, or would you be able to arrange that for me?
I would be able to arrange that. Now the question is, would you like to know who they go to, or would you prefer to remain ignorant of that fact?
I would very much like to know, because hopefully, she might not know, but we might use her for information later on down the line.
I shall have the details given to you before the end of the day.
Thank you. And if you could also pass a message on to the... I'll give the details of the Aarakocra lady who we're handing over.
Mm-hmm.
If you could pass a message on, just say to her, with regards, the fishman and his friend. We will be in touch.
I shall do that.
I hand over the crest.
She takes it. Might I ask, for sheer academic purposes and information purposes, what is wrong with the girl? No one gets sent to the orchard for nothing, darling.
I'm just going to see how this roll goes. Her previous master was very particular about how he wanted jobs doing, and she may not have been able to stand up to those tasks. With a... Where's deception? There you are. 18 on deception. I'm withholding some information, but not some. But not all of it.
Sure. I can work with that.
Thank you, Nellipsis. I hope this won't be the end of our dealings, but I bid you a good day.
I bid you a good day, and please, don't be a stranger. She opens up the door for you.
I might be in.
Me and the Cochrane are riding in the carriage over to the orchard.
She is very sullen and silent and very depressed.
Okay, I've had a thought while I was outside.
Do tell.
And I think it's probably a good idea if we learn what her name is, so that we can... Yes. So, when I say... So, obviously, when we... Obviously, no, because you've got... Oh, fuck. Okay, doesn't matter. I sort of... while we're getting close, I sort of say to her, my name is Cyreus, and what is your name?
Eurys.
Eurys. Okay, that's basically all I need to know, really. So, we rock up at the orchard. So, Eurys. Hang on, Bob. How are you spelling that correctly?
Y-A-R...
Why is it always Y-A-R? Yeah.
Y-A-R-E-A-S-S.
E-A-S-S. Okay, lovely. Thanks, mate. So, okay, so we rock up at the orchard, and then I'm going to roll a perception to sort of see, like, what the area looks like.
Not at the orchard, you go to the northern gate.
Oh, sorry, yes, of course. We go to the northern gate, What's it like here? Like, what's going on here?
Northern Gate is, as you guys have seen it before, usually when visiting the beer back, but he's currently not on duty.
Yeah, he's only
This
on
is his
night
usual
duty.
place. The Northern Gate usually has 4 guards, 2 on the inside, 2 on the outside. The gate is usually open, allowing through the throughfare, majority of which is usually wagons from the orchard, which is the primary place of good food for the Northern Quarter. Don Salvatore seems to consider himself a saviour to the poor by offering them a job so that they can earn their wages.
I would know that he's a cunt.
Yes. So they're open, they're welcoming, they see you approaching, and on the other side of the gate you can actually see a waiting caravan with a drow elf that waiting there beside his horses with his arms folded.
Okay, so we jump down off of the carriage. I've seen the drow elf, and I'm presuming that's the bloke I need to speak to, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I sort of head over with her in tow, sort of like I'm not holding it aggressively, but I've got making sure that she just doesn't like do a runner basically. And I approach the drow elf, and I just sort of say to him, "Let's keep this short and sweet. This is what I've been told to do," and I sort of like just give her to him.
He looks at her and goes, "Not so smug now, are you, you little thief bitch?"
Oh, Galatians. Okay, I hold it in check because I know obviously it's going to work out right in the end for us. So I'm all right holding it in check. And I say to him, so when we've handed her over, we get like a report sent back, right? So I don't need to pick anything.
Oh, don't you worry about that. Joseph! And out walks a smaller man that looks to be inside his early 20s. He pads up. "Joe, go and send word. Delivery's been successful." And he goes, nods, and then you see that this kid runs really fucking fast. He bursts through the thing with a level of grace and speed that kind of shocks you. Roll history. No, investigation.
Investigation. Well, that's a 3.
Never mind. You can't tell how he's able to run that bloody fast.
Oh, humans are weird.
Yeah, I don't understand you glammed people.
You'll get word there in a jiffy.
Landlubbers. Okay, so I say, okay, brilliant, because I'm going to head back there literally like right now. So he's going to be there by the time I get back, right?
Oh yes, of course.
Okay, sweet. So the carriage, I've sort of said to the coachman not to go anywhere. And I sort of say to him, well, being as our business is concluded, I wish you a good day. And I leap back into the carriage and head back to...
before you left, he gave you a rolled up scroll, which is the proof of transfer.
Okay, wicked. Okay, I stashed that safely in my coat
That is
pocket.
that is for the master for you to give to them.
Okay, so I stashed it in my coat pocket, I leap back in the carriage, and we head straight back to Belgrave Arch.
Okay.
I guess after my meeting with an ellipsis, I would be heading back that way as well.
Okay. It will cost you, considering you're going from one end to the other end again, another 50 silver, and it will cost you the same.
I mean, I'm not that... Oh, Holly, I'm not that far away. I
Unless
can
you want to
walk
say,
it.
unless you want to say, oh, good point. Yeah, you do. So you walk it. Because I forgot for a minute there. I thought you were back at the thing.
No.
So this will cost you 50, 60, 70. 1 gold and 70 silver thus far.
That's fine. Okay, yeah, that's fine. I'm happy with that. Okay,
Yeah.
wicked. We bang back to Belgrave Arch.
Oh no, more than that, because it would have cost you 50 silver to actually get to the northern quarter.
Yeah, we didn't
again,
really
all the way
count that
there.
one, so we're at 220
there
at the
and
moment.
back. Yes, 220.
That's fine. I spent 20 gold on crabs.
This is just a tenth of that.
Exactly.
Imagine all the crabs you could get.
I'm just sort of looking at all this money I'm handing over thinking, oh, crabs.
So you guys head back.
Now you're walking, so would we arrive at roughly the same time, would you imagine?
Roughly at the same time.
Yeah.
As you arrive, you see his carriage pulling up.
I step out and I sort of give him the eyebrow, sort of say like...
I just give a nod.
Yeah, okay, cool, so we're on the same wavelength. I take the scroll out of my pocket and I sort of show it to Alorin and go, this is what we needed. So we rap on the door again.
The butler
Builder.
The butler opens the door, and you see the man that had been running there before you, or that next to him. Yes, we've received the news. Please come in and thank you again, Joseph. And the boy just nods and then slips out as you guys slip in.
Does Nathan see him running?
The moment he steps out, he starts running again. Roll investigation.
Yeah, see if you can tell how he's
Get
doing.
your cursed dice out of my way. Investigation?
Yeah.
Well, I get to add a little bit onto that, but my initial investigation was 18. I just need my D4. Okay, so that's a modified 20.
Oh, wonderful. You can tell from the way that this guy moves, this kid would not be good to mess with. He's obviously a monk. And this kid is running almost as fast as a horse can run. At top speed. Monks at their top speed can run 50 feet.
He's only 5
Horses
feet
do
faster than I am, then. I could still nearly have him. If I got like the jump on him, I could nearly have him.
If it was
Yeah.
like sort of dad's race at the sports day,
Yeah.
he'd be a close second.
He's a fast little bugger.
Fast as fuck, boy.
Fast as fuck, boy.
Fast as fuck, boy. Okay, we head in. Joseph is gone now. Let him go. He's gone. We head in. I've got the scroll. We walk, I imagine, to the study.
He looks over. Yes, we did receive word that the transaction had been completed. Please. And he offers his hand for the transfer papers.
I give it to him, slightly, just ever so slightly too rough, so he knows I'm not happy about it.
He takes it. He opens it up, looks it over. There we go. 2,000 gold. It's less than what I paid for her. Not even worth what she stole.
Did you get 2,000 gold?
No, that's what he's going to get from...
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought like
They're not going to trust the gold with the messenger.
I was gonna
boys.
say.
With the fish boy.
In fact, the reason why they sent the other one is so that in case you forged said documents, so they've got confirmation from the people on the other end, and so documents can't be forged, is to make it so that the transaction is as difficult to fake as possible.
He'd see me and think, I'm not giving him 2,000 gold, he'd spend it all on crabs and precious oysters. And then like fat Thor. Okay, so I eye him up and down and be like, well, we've upheld our end of the bargain.
Let's hope this information was worth it.
Yes, although, depending on how you approach the situation, I imagine that you might regret it. You see that who you're looking for is Aldit Aspen Strength. He is a centaur, lives on a high road near Harmon Castle Wall. He lives in the Golden Court, not too far from here.
Old as what?
Hang on. What?
O-L apostrophe D-I-T.
O-L apostrophe D-I-T.
Yeah.
Yep.
Aspen Strength. A-S-P-E-N Strength. One word.
Aspen Strength.
And he's a centaur.
And he lives at the Golden Court.
No, he lives in the Golden Court on the high road near Harmon Castle Wall.
Oh shit.
Oh shit.
I don't like the castle. Golden Court, High Road.
And be rest assured, I say to him, thank you for the information, but I said to him, but to be rest assured, to be sure, if we go there and he hasn't got one of my jewels, I will be back.
Okay, I found out on the map where it is. It's not too far, thankfully.
No, please, of course he's going to be there. It's where I get my haze grass from.
What's that?
Speaking of which, the plants that he has inside his garden, while you're there, could you do me a favour and get me them?
And to what end?
They're incredibly valuable, excellent for imbuement purposes, and, might I say, a wonderful hallucinogenic.
He's a fucking pothead, isn't he?
If we were, how much would you be paying?
I suppose I could pay their set price of about 500 gold per plant.
Worth it.
Yes, we've not earned any money so far, so we might as well.
If you hold his hands behind his back, I'll punch him in the tummy a bit, and then when he gets sleepy, we'll nick his plants and we'll leg it. Okay? Oh, I've just realised I've written down old dip, but the C looks like the D looks like a C and an L, so it looks like I've written down old clit. Look, did it? Let me sort that D out. Let me sort the D
Also, he
out.
said.
The old clit.
Also, he said apostrophe, not hyphen.
Oh yeah, why have I done a hyphen? Oh, I can't English. Fishman, innit? Okay.
If it helps, the D should be capital. He's got a big D, capital D.
Oh, the D.
Yeah. He is a centaur. He's probably got a big D.
I only write in capital letters, so that's not going to help.
That's fine.
Okay, so I'll say to him, we'll see what we can do on the plan front, but I wouldn't be expecting to see us, like too soon, basically. Because I don't know whether we're going to...
Because we're going to experiment with the plants and...
Yeah, and we're going to put it in some tea and get fucking off of it. Okay, let's leave and I'm eager to get hold of these jewels, Nathan. I want to get hold of the centaur's jewels.
As it's not far, shall we walk?
I believe we should walk and discuss on the way what
Yeah.
we are going to do when we get there.
Okay, I'll also pass on the information that I learned during the time off.
Which he wasn't here for.
Yeah,
Okay, just double checking.
yeah, that's why I'm letting him know about it. Ellipsis is going to keep her end of the bargain. She's going to deal with everything to make sure that the Aarakocra girl is taken into employment. But something interesting came up. I had to return to the offices to collect her business card so that I could find out where she lives. We got a letter through the post. I don't know if you were around, but do you remember the lycanthrope gentleman in the sewers?
Yes.
When I was searching around his belongings, I was trying to find something of value to take. Granted, I got a little petty when I broke a couple of lockpicks in his chest, so I stole a chess piece,
Okay.
particularly the queen.
Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah, go on, yeah. I don't think I was here, but yeah, I remember you doing that. Yeah.
And this was in the post for us. And I read aloud what it says.
A queen is a terrible thing to take.
Now, I don't know about you, but I'm pretty certain we were alone in that place.
I believe we were, but there was a second man that we couldn't quite track down there.
What, the Inquisitor or whatever his name
No.
is?
When we were down there, I found. Oh no, it was when I was talking to him and Nathan couldn't hear, wasn't it? Oh shit! Okay, I say to him, well, this has been a day of revelations and surprises. When I was interrogating him psychically, before I told you what I'm here for and about my jewels, he revealed that he was working with a second man. Maybe this second man went down there, discovered that he was gone,
And discovered that I fucked up their chess match.
and now he sees it fit to threaten us. We should watch our backs on this one.
Threaten us with what? Fuck him. We took down his friend, we can take down him.
Yeah, but I can imagine like he basically revealed that he was the pawn of the piece, and he was really in charge, this other man. So I'm presuming that this is a threat. But
I look forward to seeing if he can follow through.
the thing is though, to get us, he's going to have to come at us, and then we're going to know who he is. So it could work in our favour.
I'm not scared in the slightest, are you?
Not
Good.
really.
Okay, so what are we going to do about the centaur man?
You hold his arms behind his back. I'll punch him in the tummy.
Yeah, what about his legs?
Oh shit! Go get Kelvis Bane. You hold his arms. She holds his legs, and I punch him in the tummy.
The only advice I can give you is don't approach him from behind.
Don't like it, do they? Don't like it. Now, what are we going to do about the centaur?
Well, should we take some of his plans before we encounter him, or?
I feel like we're only there for the jewel, right?
True. I mean, if we can get a little bit of gold out of this, then why not? But
But I wouldn't want to set us off on the wrong hoof before we got to know the man.
okay, we'll call it a last resort thing then.
Okay.
You had fun saying that, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I really did.
He likes the word hoof.
I did.
We've been a bit too hoofy today. Let's concentrate. Come on. Basically, yeah, we just need to find out if he's got the jewel and get the jewel back. I can imagine, though, the jewels being what I know of them, they're very valuable and they're very precious.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to be giving them up very willingly.
No, I think he's going to. A fool and his jewels are hard to part. So let's arrive at the centaur's house or whatever then shack, whatever. I don't know what they live in. Stable.
I mean, considering the area, it's probably closer to a mansion.
How does he get upstairs?
Special horse stairs.
He lives in like a bungalow. Let's arrive at the. Yeah.
Oh, so we're not actually planning. We're just...
Well, no, I think basically what we're going to have to do is basically just chat and then just sort of like see if he's going to give him up. If he's not going to give him up, we'll offer a favour. If we can't get him from a favour, we're going to have to think of something else, haven't we? That was basically our options, isn't it?
Yeah.
To be honest with
I think best case scenario is he doesn't have them, but he knows exactly where to get them, and he's willing to give that information.
Yeah, then we just nick him.
Yeah.
Worst comes to worst.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So we rock up to Golden Court, High Road.
Okay. You head up there, and you, despite the fact that the area is mansions, you arrive on the only thing that is not a mansion.
It's bungalow.
It is, yes, it is single story.
I hand a gold over to Cyreus. Okay, you win.
Really?
No.
Okay.
I mean, this same pot of
I
budget.
take it, and I'm like, horse stairs.
They're real. I've seen them.
That was like Road to El Dorado. You got a level of banter. That was fantastic.
Okay, so you approach it, and it seems to have been specially built, and it seems to be a relatively new, new build. So you approach it, and you see that the entire front garden is a housing multiple different kinds of various plants and all that, as though he rather enjoys his gardening.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a nice little.
He's got an infinite supply of fertilizer.
That's horrible.
Where you going? It's going to go out to shit in the garden. Don't mind me.
And he, there's a pathway leading up to the front door, which is quite large.
Okay.
It may only
How
be
large?
It may be only one story, but it is. The roof is obviously quite large.
From the proportions, if I roll a dice, could I tell roughly how big this bloke is before I see him?
Well, the door is about 2.5 meters tall.
How tall's that in like?
2.5 meters, I guess, would roughly
The
be the
average-
height of this roof.
Yeah.
Okay, shit. Okay, all right then. Fair enough. Okay, all right. Maybe not punching.
Sorry, yeah, it's up there. You can't see it, stupid audience.
Horses get
They're big.
Centaurs get big.
Yeah,
Get
okay.
very big.
Get fucking swole.
They average, a small centaur averages around 7 foot.
Fucking hell! I'm only 6 foot. He's got a whole foot on me. And 3 moves.
And 2 hands. He's greedy, if anything.
Yeah, and he's got all his digits.
And he's got a big dick.
Wanker. Right, so we arrive at his house. I'm not going to just like stroll up the garden path because that seems incredibly rude for a man that's a foot bigger than me and probably could kick the shit out of me. So, assessing the sort of grounds, can I see him?
No, he's obviously inside. There is, however, a small bell by the gate.
Okay, so I'm going to give the. I look at Alorin, and when he gives me the nod and says, "Yeah, let's do this," I'm going to ring the bell. Unless you want to do anything else, or
Go for it.
go for it.
I mean, we could probably burn the house down from here, but I don't say that's going to help.
I give the bell a merry little tinkle. Ting.
You hear the sound from inside of hooves cropping on the ground.
He's got 2 coconuts.
The door opens up, and out steps an 8-foot centaur.
Fucking hell!
He is currently wearing a. He actually seems to be wearing a waistcoat, with a and the tailcoat actually spreads along his the horse end and down with his tail poking out through the actual.
So is he covering his bits?
No.
Damn it. Okay, right.
So he looks you up and down, just raises his brow. Yes.
Are you Mr. Aspenstring?
Yes, I am.
I show him my badge.
What is this about? Am I under investigation?
No.
No.
Roll deception.
Well, he's not really. We just sort of.
Roll deception. You ain't splitting hairs here.
Wow.
What?
Hold on. It's not a 1, so it's okay.
I got a 10.
I got a 6. So yeah, we just kind of looked at it and go, no.
He raises one of his brow.
The other
What?
one.
What is this about?
Would you like to go on this? Because it's your kind
Have you
of
got
area.
my back? Because if
I've got your back. Don't worry.
he turns to like kick me, you're gonna help out, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is general information that we should know. We know that we got each other's back.
I say to him, not under investigation, so to speak. In the course of trying to find some things that were taken from me, your name came up as maybe you would be the possessor of one of these such things.
I do not deal in stolen goods, sir.
It may not appear to have been stolen. As you can see, I'm from the sea. Maybe it would be called salvage or export.
Flotsam.
Yeah, jetsam.
Is that the actual term?
Flotsam and jetsam.
Flotsam, I believe, is more just like disbanded cargo from a ship that floats on the water.
Ah, didn't know that. And what would this be?
And I describe the jewels, but don't tell him what they do.
He looks at you and goes, Leave, and then he walks away back to his door.
No.
Yeah, I kind of like just go, wait.
He stops and looks over his shoulder. No. And then he turns around and looks at you. What do you have to offer?
Help!
I just... What is it you require?
Nothing. I have what I need. If you can offer me something of equal value or of equal capability, then I will be obviously interested. However, so far it has proven quite useful for my trade.
Your trade?
Yes.
Imbuer? I thought it was a gardener.
No, he'd kind of like, because it amplifies magic, I imagine he's using it to like, these hallucinogen things, obviously they're kind of like, are they magic or something?
They did say that they are able to be used for imbuement.
Yeah, so that's what I mean, so I imagine he's imbued.
They just also happen to be an hallucinogenic.
Yeah, so he's using it to increase the imbuement value of the grass. So we haven't really got anything to offer that's like fucking on the level of these jewels, from what I know of these jewels. How many of them do you have?
One.
It's one.
Are you telling me that there are more?
No.
No. He's just doing the same. No.
That was a 16.
Oh, I'm gonna have to join that as well, aren't I? Okay, that's better. That is deception. That's 21.
He actually believes you. He's just
You dumb fucking horse!
Okay, so
insert John Mulaney joke here.
we don't really have anything to convince him. I mean, all we know is that he's a gardener, so is there anything gardening-wise that we can offer him?
You don't really have anything.
No. Okay, I have a private word with Cyreus.
He just sighs and folds his head as he folds his head.
Don't mind me.
Folds his arms as he waits.
We know the location of this one. We can come back a later date. I don't think it's moving.
Yeah, I think if we couldn't get him to part with it, it would take something quite big to get him to part with it, right?
Besides, I know a couple of tabaxi who might be able to have a better shot at it than us.
I would like you both to roll Arcana check.
We're on fire. Arcana, I thought one was better than that. That's a 14.
17.
Oh, wow, okay.
You can tell, but the moment you guys say that, your senses kind of prickle.
Damn it, he's listening.
No, you can tell that this entire place is set up in a very similar way to that shop. Anybody that enters with ill intent will be.
But our intentions are good.
I say to Alorin, I think maybe it's going to be a bit more difficult to steal out from under him than you think.
Roll stealth, because you just openly said steal.
Okay, that's
14.
You hear the clop of his hooves as he approaches. I have good ears.
No, you don't.
He then turns around, reaches for.
Get out, Mr. President.
He reaches for the wall, runs his hand over it, and then grips, and then you see him pull a blade out of the wall, as in the wall kind of ripples as though he's pulling it out. You can tell that this is quite an advanced sorcery technique that takes a very long time to cast, days and days and days to cast, to allow that area to be used similar to a bag of holding, but with incredible limitations. He's obviously used it to hide weapons around where he might need them, and he pulls out quite a large battle axe. He pulls it out. I am going to suggest that you leave now.
As my last parting shot, I'll say to him, "My duel let me do that, didn't it?"
He just smiles. What should have taken days took me an hour.
Fucking hell. I hate these duels. I sort of say to Alorin, "Come on, up the road. Come on, up the road. Come on."
He watches you like a bloody hawk as you
So he's
walk
a
away.
horse and a horse.
Yes! He's half hawk, half horse. Would that make him a hippogriff?
Yes.
So we know where one of them is. So, okay, let's head up the road.
So, you know the name of one person that has one, and you know the name of one person that also has one. What do you guys want to do? And you know the location of this one.
I say to Alorin, I just had a funny feeling. I'm starting to think that maybe each of these people have an individual name for us.
How do you mean?
So say, for example, I believe what we thought we were chasing just one man, we could be chasing 5. Sort of saying, like, each of these people has a different name for us. If you get what I mean.
You reckon all of these people know the locations of all the individual gems?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we've only got one badge left, and I don't want to have to waste it in the same day as the other one.
I will like to say that the girl did say to you guys that they all know this person. So she did reference that it might only be one name. So you can test your theory if you would like, but do remember that you do not mistake her words. But she might not have been completely honest. You didn't roll insight to find out.
No. What do we do then?
Okay. Why don't we rock up to someone else's house and just be like, "Yo, what's the name you're going to give us?"
I don't think they're going to willingly give it to us.
Yeah, we'd already know it, right?
Well, no, I don't think they'll give us the information of... Because if they're wanting something from us...
Yeah, but we already know the answer now. So we'll be like, "Oh, okay, it doesn't matter."
Yeah, I know, but if we ask, what's the name this, they could be like, I'm not telling you until you do my job.
We'll be like, "Okay then."
Yeah, fair enough, yeah. I don't really know that. I don't know how we're going to get this jewel off of him. We do have one last avenue left to explore.
We do?
Yeah, I mean... I was given a different name, the Iridian Task.
We could probably try and find more on this guy and see if we can get this jewel first.
So are you suggesting we try to figure out where this person might be?
I don't think it hurt.
How would we go about finding that information?
Okay, well, Powder Cow told me that.
Okay.
He told me the name, but I've not done any asking around yet.
So we could just start asking people, like contacts in the criminal underworld.
I mean, Sect has given us this lead. Powder Cow's given me a lead.
Right, we're still only slightly less vague on what we're going to do.
Yeah, we're still a bit up in the air.
Because we've had a very brief discussion on what our options are. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and locate the Grey Twins, sorry.
Fair enough.
And while on the way, I'm going to pop by the mission and get myself some blood.
Okay.
Okay,
So
while you're doing that,
Yeah.
yeah.
do you know that letter you were reading to me?
The Queen letter, yeah.
Yeah. Do you have that on you?
Yes, I have that on my person.
Sweet. Could I have that, please?
Yeah, I'd gladly hand it over.
Okay, I'm going to go back to...
Just see if there's a return address on it.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, care of evil shadowy man of 12.
The Queen letter.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so I'm going to take that back to the detective agency. So Nathan, you go first.
Okay. So yeah, I'll pop by to the mission first, mate.
Okay, I'm guessing you guys have taken another carriage.
Oh yeah, because we're quite a ways away. Yeah, we would have had to have taken another
That's
carriage.
2 gold and 80 silver that you've spent on travel alone.
We'll put it
We're
down
going
to
to have to get like a
expenses.
We're going to have to get a tandem or something.
We'll write off on our taxis.
Yeah, we're going to have to get a tandem. Do they have like bicycles or like personal transportation that you can get?
Horses?
You can get a bike.
I might have to invest in a bike, dude. Will you teach
You
me?
can't ride a
Will you
bike.
teach me how to ride a bike? Nah.
No, yeah, I can
You're
just
doing
imagine
it,
you were
son.
stabilised.
You'll do it again.
You're proud of me, Dad.
My little helmet over here.
Yeah, okay, so yeah, we've paid for another carriage, we've headed back to the Norman Court and we've temporarily gone our separate ways.
Okay. So, sorry. You've gone into the detective agency with the letter. What are you doing?
Oh, we do me first.
Yeah.
Okay, so I want to do an investigation of this letter, see if I can get any clues of who sent it to us. So I'm going to roll just a general
investigation.
Investigation. 15, my investigation. So that's a 16.
With a 16, you can't find anything. This is so clean. There's no smudges, there's nothing. It looks like the writing was done in a calligraphy which was smart and decent, but the ink doesn't look anything special or anything like that. It is just so clean and so precisely done. It is as though they tried everything they could to make it so that you couldn't track where they were. Where it's going
Is there anything particular about the paper? Like, is it a particular kind of paper, just general, everyday, normal paper?
Decent cotton fibre paper.
Okay, so when you took the letter out, Alorin, I know you're not with me, but what did you do with the envelope?
Calphus is there.
Yeah.
You can't ask him.
Yeah, you can't ask me.
I say to Kelphis, this letter, and I show her the letter, when it arrived this morning, what did Alorin do with the envelope?
Oh, I have it right here. And she moves over to the trash bin and pulls it out. There's not much stuff inside there, so it's fine. It's just some other paperwork that was thrown away. Here it is.
Okay, so I'm going to run an investigation on the envelope. Like, okay, so you know, like on the back when you close a letter, there's like, is it like a wax seal or just stuff like that? That's the sort of thing I'm looking for. I'm looking for like just any identifying. Well, that's a natural one. Fucking.
He accidentally catches fire.
Let's find out.
Fucking dice.
You
Don't understand the concept of an envelope. What is this magic creation?
You look over it and you just can't find anything.
Okay.
It was it was a 40, so very close to the middle of the mark.
Okay.
I put it to one side. Okay, is there postmen? Like, how would it have arrived?
Couriers.
Yeah, there's couriers. There's a mail service.
That's the thing, unfortunately, not to matter too much, I believe this arrived before Kelphis started working for us.
This was a part of the pile that she was sorting out this morning.
Yeah.
So this could have arrived any time within the last 48 hours.
Okay, so I say to her, when you were sorting out this pile this morning, what 2 letters or 2 pieces of mail was in between?
Oh, just these, which are just reminders of your bills at the end of the month.
Sweet.
It's
Is
not
there
real
anything?
fucking life.
Was there anything on those that tell me what date they would have come in?
I believe she looks at them. It seems this arrived at roughly the same time, so that would have been this morning's mail before I arrived.
So it came in this morning, and I ask her, and if I was going to find out like what mail place this came from, like obviously not like a sorting office, but how would I go about that?
I'm not really sure. You could go down to the office, but they probably wouldn't have any information. I mean, there's not exactly a return address.
It's a bit of a dead end, isn't it? Okay, right. Whereabouts is that office?
Well, there's an office a little bit close. It's just off to the right of the bridge.
Okay. I'm going to head that way.
Okay. And while you're doing that, let's move over to. So you've went into the
mission.
Into the mission.
Yeah.
The moment you turn up, Agatha looks up. Oh, it's you.
Yes. I will be helping out while I'm here, but I don't have a great deal of time. So is there anything you need me to do now?
Yes, you can get some fresh sheets.
I said quick.
And I don't care. She gathers up some sheets of her own of that. Rooms 13 and 14 need doing. She heads up the stairs.
Grumble. I grab from the basket or whatever, and I head upstairs. And I continue. I go about the duties that I've been given.
Okay. You don't even need to roll for these. You're so used to having to do these for her that you're pretty much you just do them in your sleep. It's like, oh, fuck's sake. Yeah. So you get that done. That you walk out of the rooms, and as she walks out of the house, and that all done.
Yes, Agatha.
Good. Kira's in the chapel. She walks off.
Thank you. Okay, yeah, so I head down to the chapel. Going to the chapel, and we're gonna get married. Yeah.
Kira is there. She's on her knees and she's praying.
I take a second to kneel down and say a little prayer of my own. Welcome to the musical edition of Sing Happy Fun Dice.
She smiles after your prayer and goes, how nice of you to join me. She opens one of her eyes and looks at you. You're looking a bit peakish. You okay? Difficult day?
Difficult week.
I know the kind. She says. She gets up. What can I do you for?
The usual, but I would also like to seek some advice from you, if I may.
Sure. Come on. She leads you out of the chapel, and they head towards her room, which is where she keeps most of the stuff for you, considering she can't exactly trust it with anyone else.
No, of course not.
She looks down at the packs. I've only got 4 packs, you know.
That's fine.
Okay.
It's better than nothing that I have at the moment.
I'll have to get you more. She offers the words. She offers them over to you. You're getting through these quite a lot. Is it getting more difficult? Roll Constitution. What is that?
It's a 3.
Yes. Your hunger is getting worse these days.
It's only point in deception.
If you want to try and lie.
On the holy ground, Nathan.
No!
She just smiles. You are such a terrible liar. How on earth do you do your job?
With great difficulty at the moment.
Don't really know what to do now.
She just sighs. You know, eventually it might win. Do you have things in place should that happen?
Cyreus knows what to do.
It's good to have friends that are dependable. Does he have the strength?
He has to. But Agatha,
She's Kiera, Agatha's the other one.
Kiera, I have to know what I'm doing, what I've been tasked to do by Eris. Will it outweigh what I might end up doing? These
No.
people that I'm trying to...
Of course not. It doesn't matter how many lives you save. If you take even a single one in a manner of cold blood for the sake of selfish endeavors, of course. There is no amount of price that you can pay that washes away that kind of sin. There is absolutely nothing that you can do. The only difference is, do you go down in shame knowing that you didn't even try? Or do you go down knowing that you did your best? It matters on your side, not on that of the Divine. The Divine do not make judgments of us. Only we can judge ourselves.
I just hope I have the time to make Eris's decision worth it.
I believe that she has plans for you. She would not keep with you while you are in this state otherwise.
That's the thing, I had an odd interaction with her.
She spoke directly to you?
Not only that, but she gifted me a flower.
Oh, consider me bloody jealous.
That's not a common act, then.
No, of course not. That's usually her favour. It's a blessing. It's a sign of protection upon your home.
That's comforting, at least. It's nice to know that she has faith in me.
Honey, you turned into a vampire and you were somehow able to keep your clerical powers. Do you really think that you didn't already have her favour?
It's just comforting to see some extra proof of it, I suppose.
Men. Always needing proof of a woman's wills.
Sexist.
Sexy.
Ooh.
Is there anything else I can help you with?
No, I think that would be all. Apologise to Simone for me, but I haven't much time to stick around.
She'll understand.
Thank you. Thank you again, Kiera.
That's okay.
I give my final blessing or goodbye to Eris, and then I make my way up the mission and head towards the Grey Twins place.
Okay, back to you. You're heading to the post office.
I've had a genius idea.
Oh, do tell.
I put
Burn everything.
I put the letter back in the envelope, and I cast mending upon the envelope
To reseal it.
to reseal it.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, what does mending require?
Well, it's funny you should say that because
Does it require any rolls?
it's a cantrip. So what I'm going to do is, if I cast it with subtle spell, I don't have to. Hang on, let me have just.
It doesn't matter if you do it while there or not. So it's not like you need to do it subtly.
It doesn't say. My notes say you don't have to roll anything, just that you have.
Just double check.
You take a minute to cast this spell, and it fixes a break or tear in an object you touch while leaving no traces of the damage. The damage can't be longer than 1 foot in any dimension.
What your spell modifier is charisma as a sorcerer, correct?
Yep.
I would like you to roll a charisma check. This is to push the spell beyond what it is usually supposed to do. Because this is not designed for that.
Is it a saving throw?
Standard check.
So that's bottom 1 plus 3.
What is it?
10.
It seals a little. It is able to be very easily pried back open, and upon inspection it might be noted that it has already been opened.
No,
But it is generally...
Buy some glue!
Because basically, I wanted to reconstruct it to how it arrived to see if there was any clues in the bit that you'd opened it in, or she'd opened it in. You see, that was my idea.
Okay, so then why reseal it with magic?
Because then it was literally in the state that it was in when it arrived. But it's not really worked out that way, has it, unfortunately?
No.
Okay, right, I'm going to pop into the post office.
Okay.
We'll take a break here then while we go into the post office.
And
Okay.
I go into the post office.
Okay, you see a couple of tellers there that are waiting for customers. You see one woman arguing inside the corner about her package that she wants.
She's shouting at the
she wants
self-service
delivered.
machine. It is under 3 kilograms, you fuck! It is! I approach one of the tellers and I say to them, "Excuse me, we received an anonymous letter to our detective agency," and I show them a badge because I love doing that. I'm just wondering if
You should get badge designs made up for you guys.
I'd actually love it if, like, for a present, I actually had like a badge, like I could flip,
An actual badge?
Yeah, like an actual, like a little.
I'm going to see if we can find any custom kind of badge makers like that.
Hey, if you're one, get in touch.
So I can flip it and flip it.
I doubt we're going to receive
That we're going to receive any more than 10 views. Yeah.
Let us know in the comments if you'd be willing to send us presents.
Let us know in the comments if you're watching.
Sorry, continue.
And I say to the lady, the teller,
It's a lady.
it is a lady. Okay, I say to the lady, I'm just wondering if you can give me any information on this anonymous letter we received. Did it pass through this sorting office at all? Sorry.
She looks it over. There's a singular blue circle inside the bottom right-hand corner. That's our mark, so it definitely came from us.
Excellent. Okay, I'm looking to track this back to where it came from. How would I go about that?
I'm afraid without a return address, there's nothing that we can do.
Shit. Bollocks!
It just says that in the middle.
That was a bust.
He says to the bank teller.
Okay, I take my letter. So thank you for your time. I don't think I'm going to find anything out about this thing. Not until it happens again.
She nods. Sorry, wish I could help more.
No, that's okay, no problem. And then I head back to Big Dick's detective agency.
Okay, and where are you
Very
going?
downtrodden.
I'm on the Grey Twins' door.
They, Travis opens the door and looks at you.
Me again.
Yeah?
If it makes you feel any more comfortable, we have actual work for you in your line of duty.
Oh. Brilliant! Nora! He says as he just leaves the door open for you.
May I come in?
Yeah, don't want you standing around the door on the doorstep. Come on.
Thank you. And I walk inside.
He closes the door. Bloody what? What are you? Some kind of vampire? He walks right past you.
No, it doesn't want me to catch. No.
Nora comes down the stairs. We're being robbed again.
No, we want you to do the thieving.
She goes, oh, as in work?
Yes, actual work. And
This is a surprise.
it's not usually what we like dealing with. However,
Yes, I thought you were a little bit too straight on the narrow for that.
I don't know much about the people you're going to be stealing from, so I'm going to assume they're all bastards. I find that easier.
That's usually how we assume it, yes.
So yes, I have one singular item I wish for you to steal, and I'd like to know what the cost would be, because we're already not earning jack shit from this job.
Okay, what's the item, where is it, and who are we stealing from?
The item is a scrying orb. You'll be seeing it from a teacher at the Blue Crow Academy. His name is Lundell. Lundell, sorry. In Southbrook, Aldeds Road.
Adler Road.
Adler Road. That's an R, is it? Well done, me. Adler Road. Yeah.
Yes, I think it was Adler.
It was.
Yeah? Okay.
Feels like the old clip thing again, though.
Yeah, Adler's Road.
Yeah.
So how much would you be willing to do that for today?
Today? As in, before nightfall? Broad daylight?
Okay, it can wait until the night time if it must.
Well, we can. It's just, it'll cost a bit more for the extra, risk.
Yes, I know, it would be riskier, yes. No, during the night it'll be fine.
Fair enough. And she looks to her brother and says, what kind of...
If it doesn't add to the price, the gentleman you'll be stealing from is an orc.
They stop and then they look at you. Oh, you are a bastard.
Well, blame the pricks who won't give us information for free.
You can always help us move some Tabaxion if you like. Instead.
You're not here.
I know, but if you nick their house...
You steal their house. If that helps that ricochet and hit me.
2 for the price of 1.
I was doing it. I was going to give it to you back.
Okay. 100 gold. Say it's done.
Yeah, that'll have to do.
Okay. We're giving you discount prices here. Usually it'd be 200, especially considering the area that we're stealing from.
Yes,
nice.
Yes, I thank you for it.
Yeah, don't expect it in the future.
It'll be done tonight.
Fair enough, tonight it is.
And how will you hand it off to me?
Suppose that you could, find it miraculously on your desk?
The desk. That's the only place of the building that you enter, okay?
The downstairs desk or your personal desk?
Downstairs.
Okay. No need to give me that look.
You can't see my face.
I can hear it in your voice.
I hand over the 100 gold.
We are on a well lose on this one.
Yeah. It's alright, we can try and steal some grass.
She takes it and nods. Okay. Travis, we're gone.
And just so you know, this is,
Why are you always doing the recon?
it's a scrying orb, so you'll be fine to touch it. But just general, again, don't rub things against your face that you steal.
Like my heart.
Aww. I'd fuck him.
She chuckles at that. Come on, off you go. I'll get things ready. We'll let him, after he's done recon, we'll let you know any of the information that we find before we take it, and allow you to make any last minute decisions if needed.
And again, this is a very unusual and very unlikely scenario, but if, say, for example, he has quite a significantly sized jar of his own blood lying around, we'll take that as well.
She gives you the weirdest look right now. It's like, you fucking what?
We have another mission. Someone requires orc blood.
We can always kill him.
If you do, could it be at the Sanctuary of the Blessed Light?
Really?
No. This man's a teacher. I do not wish him dead. But if he were to fall and hit his head, and you were to collect a jar of blood
Make
again,
it look like an accident. Gotcha.
I mean, I'm not saying I'm going to. I'm just saying if something happens, I don't want to know about it. But if blood is involved, we'll happily take it off your hands. Okay?
Fair enough.
Please don't hurt him.
She just smiles. Run along. You'll have some information within the next hour.
Thank you. Pleasant night to you.
Pleasant night.
Yeah, I leave and head back to the offices of Big Dick's Investigations Corporation Limited.
So you enter. Are you already home?
Yeah, I'm home, looking very dejected.
So you're both.
Is Calvin still around, or is she?
She's still there.
Okay. No, I was just generally asking.
Yeah. Although the time you've been running around the city all day, so it is now approaching noon. Sorry, not noon. Approaching the afternoon, so it's approaching around 6.
I'll say to Calvis, before you leave, can you strike 100 gold from the budget? I had to pay off some people.
She raises her brow. Considering your travelling expenses today.
Yes, I know it's a very expensive day. Please, I'm going to get it in the neck at the end of the month as it is.
Okay.
I could add that to the list of vampires. Never mind.
So yeah, she makes a note of that.
Well, Cyreus, I think we've come to all we can do today. We might have to call it a night and then come back to it in the morning.
Yeah, it's been quite a disappointing day all in all. I was hoping
we've made progress. It's a small step, but it's still a step nonetheless.
The journey of 1,000 miles starts with a single step. That's some fish wisdom for you there.
Which is funny, because you don't usually step places.
No, you sort of wriggle pretty well.
So, an hour goes by, and then you get a note is just passed through your letterbox.
Does that startle you? It's like, another note! Quick, get him!
Give me, I'll go down the post office. Where did this one come from?
Yeah, okay, I'll read through the note.
It's the information that Travis has found during his recon of the area. He claims to have managed to get a decent look on the inside and even seen the orb. In fact, he saw it in use. Lundell, the teacher, seems to be using it to check upon his son, who is currently living inside a different city on an exchange program, and it seems to be his only way of being able to keep an eye on his son.
Fuck.
You bastard.
He's so he says if you still want it to go ahead, don't worry about anything. If you have any, if you would like to call it off or have any change of mind or change of plans, please let them know within the next hour.
Cyreus, how do you feel about us stealing this back after we hand it over to the half-elf?
We can always, yeah. Just get the name, that's all we care about, and we can take it back again.
I don't think we're going to be very favourable in the Southern Quarter if we do.
Oh? Do tell. I like it. I like that sound. It means good ideas, or at the very least interesting ones.
I mean, I'm assuming Londell's not going to be too happy about losing his only connection to his son in another city. We could maybe make a few connections here and there, suggest that perhaps a certain half-elf from the southern quarter demanded the theft of one.
Yeah, and then
I mean, we didn't
reward.
We could put up a few posters. Have you lost a certain item? Contact Big Dick's investigation. We'll find it for you. I'm sure he'll take interest.
Yeah, and then we just nick it back and we get paid for it.
Or rather, because we're private investigators. We're not thieves. We just say, oh yes, we noticed that this gentleman's come into acquisition of one recently.
Same as the river.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
You know, without even using the spell message, I think we're on the same page here. It's like you're in my mind. Yes. Okay.
So yeah, we'll leave the Tabaxis to go ahead, and I think that's safe to say that we can go for a nap now.
Yeah. Okay. So you've gone for a long rest.
Yeah, we'll be sleeping till morning.
Yeah.
Okay. So you sleep till morning, and then in the morning when you wake up, you head downstairs, and there is the orb on the desk.
Well, Calthus isn't even here yet.
Nope.
What does this thing do?
This thing, you touch it, you say the words that are inscribed on its base, and then you say the name of it. You say the name of where you want to see, and it gives you an aerial view of it.
It has to be where.
Yes, where. You can't just name a person.
What if we said that person's house and we've been there?
If you say the street address, then yes, it'll show it.
We can see inside Centaur Boy's house.
Yeah.
It doesn't allow you to see through buildings.
Oh, it's like a sort of a satellite.
Yeah, kind of like a satellite view.
How is he keeping in contact with his son then?
He's not contact, he's just keeping an eye on him. While he's on the college campus.
Okay, well, what's he...
Well,
Exchange program.
It's
the city of
basically...
Alorin.
Yeah, it's basically...
That's Alorin.
Yeah, it's so that he can watch basically his son take part in like the movie Porky's. Essentially.
American Pie, I was thinking, but that'll do as well.
Because I was thinking, if you could do it for a name, you could we could like find out what this Neridian task guy is.
Aerial view. Is there anywhere that we
would benefit us for seeing an aerial view? We don't know. Okay, wait. Sect.
We don't know where he is.
Never mind.
Also, I don't know if it would work underground.
Is he underground?
Sect is a thief lord. The thief lords work in the sewers, so yeah.
Yeah, but Pound of Cow wasn't underground. Let's go see here.
That's true.
So I just presume.
But there's actually reason and law behind that. You just haven't found out.
Yeah, got to that bit, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we've got this orb scrying for probably like a couple of hours, right, before we drop it off.
Yeah.
So let's try and think of something useful we can do with it, for fuck's sake. We're never going to get a chance to have a look at one again, are we, really?
Right.
Oh, yeah.
What?
An orb of scrying.
Yeah.
These things are quite powerful and quite special, right?
Yes.
Oh, are you suggesting that we I don't know if he'd go for it, but...
We could always pop by that way and just be like, hey, we got an orb of scrying. Fancy doing a swapsy? The only problem then is we can't get it back.
But, I mean, we'd basically be at the end of the mission if it was successful.
Right?
I suppose it's worth a try. At the same time, I'm worried that word might get around that we've been like trying to pawn off a scrying orb, and then when we turn around and like say he did it, he's going to be a bit upset with us.
Yeah, he's already upset with us. He already doesn't
He's not
like
upset.
us.
No, I'm talking about the half-elf dude.
Oh, right, okay. But I mean, it is worth a go. It's the most precious thing we've come across so far, right?
Yeah, certainly. I wonder if he would have taken like one of the favour badges, or if he wouldn't have cared.
Okay, well, we've got two options then. We can offer him a favour badge.
I feel like we just kind of like stood outside trying to trade Pokemon cards.
Like, not this one.
What about this and this? Yes. Come on, it's Ancient Mew for your Charizard. You gotta go for it.
Come on, you know you want it. And if we get the jewel off of him, that spell that he's got, that special spell, takes fucking ages to do, rather than like instantaneously.
Well, no. Like, it was a special spell to create to make the wall be able to do that. It doesn't have to do that spell every time to withdraw something from it.
Never mind then.
Yeah.
I mean, we could try.
What if
We put the orb of scrying on a bit of string. No, hear me out. Hear me out. We give it to the bloke, the half-elf bloke. He's like, oh, brilliant, orb of scrying. Says the guy's name, and then you're outside through the window. You just pull it out the window really quick. We leg it down the road, and then try and give it to the centaur. On the bit of string, he goes, oh yeah, brilliant. Gives us a jewel. Then we pull it out again on a bit of string. We've got the orb, the jewel, and the name.
Okay, counter offer. No.
Shut up.
I was going to suggest something, but it's completely gone now.
Sorry, this might be distracting you.
Oh no, what I was going to say was...
Tomfoolery.
What if the enchanter lady,
Yeah.
if we did that task for her, do you think she'd possibly tell us how to get around the enchantments of the centaur guy's house?
Yeah, but I think it'd be one or the other. Like, if we did that task for her...
Yeah, no, we could be like, well, we already had that information, so what else can you do for us?
Okay, right, let's take the orb to the guy, the half-elf.
The half-elf, yeah?
If he lets us know it's a different name, then we can presume safely they've all got different names, right? If it's the same name, we can presume safely that they all know the same name, okay? Then, once we find out if it's the same name, different name, whatever, if we do that for her, and then, yeah, see if she can give us something to enchant our way around and get in and nick the jewel.
Yeah.
Do the thievery yourself this time. Is that what you're saying?
Might be worth a go, save
Yeah.
some money.
At the same time, like, I'd rather save a life. Yeah, I'll have to go against my doctor's code and steal some orc blood, but...
Well, let's do this one first. Like I say, if it's the same name, then we haven't got a lot, have we? Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah, but I thought the point of getting the orc blood was to see if we could get around his enchantments.
Oh yeah, shit, so we have to do that anyway.
That's the thing, if he gives us the same name, then we've got to go the orc blood route.
Yeah, because there's no one else really that can give us any info to help us out.
No.
Like, that sacrifice one's basically just to get the name, right?
Yeah, pretty much. There's not... Or to get the person who confessed that, oh, I've got these. Why'd someone confess that in a confessional that they got them? If they weren't guilty about it?
Yeah, because old Dick
Old Dick.
wasn't exactly guilty about the fact
No,
that
he was quite chuffed. He didn't think they were stolen.
Huh.
So yeah, I reckon these people all have different names.
Fuck me. Okay, right, let's go and give this orb to this half-elf
Yeah.
and find out. Come on.
And I do genuinely want to... Craig, I know I don't want to tell you how to do your job, but can you end the session with like our door being rashed on by an orc fella saying, I need you to find my scrying orb?
That would be interesting, yeah.
Okay, so we've taken a carriage, because it's a long way away, back to Littlebury.
On the way there, I say to Alorin, we really need to invest in a bicycle.
That's another 50 silver.
Yeah. It's alright, it's only half a gold.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's fine.
Well, it's now...
We're keeping the Uber business alive. That's close to it's like 3.5.
That would be 3.3, so that's 3 gold and 30 silver.
We had like 16 grand in savings, it's fine.
Yeah, it'd be
Yeah, it'll be alright. We can splash out this month. It's alright, we're building further business, it's a long-term investment.
Yeah, we'll get like a fucking limo to take us around instead.
So 103 gold and 30 silver you've spent today.
Yeah, Blake, what are you doing? The crabs. Yeah, so yeah, we rasp on what's his name's door. This was a Rollamere.
A Rollamere Rickus.
A rocking and a rolling. Yeah, okay. Let's do this.
I assume we're just like keeping the orb under like a cloth or something so no one sees it.
He opens the door, looks at you guys, and... Are you back? Wonderful!
Yes, and we have what you requested.
Really? Wonderful. He opens up the door and... Please, come in.
Thank you. Yeah, so I guess we walk into a lounge or whatever and I just set it down on the kitchen table.
Wonderful. Oh, did he give you much trouble?
I wouldn't know. We had some hands do it for us.
Oh, what? Ah, that's even better. That's even better.
Some professionals. We've learned from past experience that we're not the stealthiest people.
Well, in that case, what is it that you need from me, might I ask?
A name.
A name? What kind of name? The same name that you needed last time, I am assuming.
Yes, whoever you have who owns the crystals.
Jules.
Jules. Sorry, Jules suggests to me like bangles and whatever. I'm thinking of just like the gems.
You know, when I came over here from Kemar from across the sea, I brought some Fontaine spices with me, potent stuff. It's used for enchantments. I met a man, well, half a man, and he was very much interested in it. So I've been looking for something of a decent value ever since then, to maybe see if I can get something more. And I heard that he managed to get something of quite, well, it's quite interesting. He mentioned that he had found this gem, or bought, so I say. He bought it from one of the thief lords you see at an auction. Which one was it? Which one was it?
Give me a name.
1 second.
Where are the drugs? Where are my jewels? Give me my jewels.
Where's your drugs, Kurt?
1 second. Oh yes, it was under the thief lord Saramash. Yes, Lord of the Golden Court, I might add. So definitely dealing inside the finer things in life.
Saramash.
Saramash. Mash. Saramash.
Oh, I spelled it correctly. So it's Sarah's mash.
Yeah, just no H.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
The thief lord of the Golden Quarter.
Oh, fuck's sake. And this half-man, this wouldn't happen to be a centaur, would it?
Yes, it would be, Mr. Oldit.
Shit.
You already had the name.
Yes, we were just confirming that he is the one who all of our contacts have in line.
Well,
You
quite-
tell me that you have some spices.
Oh yes, Fontaine spices. They're absolutely brilliant.
And they're rare in this city.
Oh, very rare and very potent. Do you know what they do? They allow you to separate enchantment complexes. Now, what that means is, when you introduce two different enchantments, they can often combine to form a new one. This allows them to do two different things at once. It's very complex and very interesting and very difficult to do. The Fontaine spices allow this process to be much easier, so they are highly sought after.
Give me your spices.
And
Gentleman bought a huge batch from me, but unfortunately they are one use. You can't regrow them. You see, they have to be made out of the inert seeds. You see, the inert seeds are seeds that do in fact blossom, but those that blossom do not generate more seeds. So I'm afraid that the only ones which are capable of being used for the spell are ones that are one-hit wonders, so they say. So you can only get it from across the sea. It's particular farms, they say. I myself had a cousin that owned one of those farms. It's where I got them on my way here, and I knew that they would be useful inside this city. I knew that they would be useful.
sounds like something that he'd be very interested in getting more of.
Oh, most certainly. I can guarantee that he's already used them by now. That was months ago.
How difficult would it be to get more of these seeds?
Well, I happen to have some. My cousin sends me them. It's my personal trade, you might say. It's my way of keeping my place here rather than ending up in certain other places.
Give me your seeds.
Certain other places.
Give me your seed. Yes, like the Northern Quarter, for example.
Oh yes, we're familiar.
There you are. Frequent there, do you?
Frequent, live, do business, yes.
You live in the Northern Quarter.
Temporarily. But at the
Would
same
you
time,
mind not sitting on the couches then?
I launder my clothes daily, you cat.
And this fish smell isn't because I'm dirty, it's because that's how I smell, right?
I suppose this will
Fish
come...
doesn't smell unless it's rotting, so no, you don't smell fishy.
Well, he does because of what he's been doing to those crabs.
I just
I
thought
suppose-
it has crabs.
I suppose a pertinent question would be, what would it take to get some more of these seeds from you? Well...
There's an orb of scrying, which I want.
I've lost my orb of scrying. Get me a new one.
He looks down at the orb. Well, I suppose that what we have delivered is significantly more valuable than a name. I suppose I could give you a bit of a discount. Knock a bit of the worth of the orb off from the worth of some of the spices. I would say for a grand total of 5 seeds, I could give... I would say 1,000 gold. They're usually 1,000 gold per seed, might I add. The only reason you're getting 5 for the price of 1 is simply because of how much worth this orb of scry is.
Okay, I'm going to roll a persuasion, and I'm going to tell you exactly what I'm going to say.
If you say this well, you may get advantage.
Okay, so I sort of where's the orb at the moment?
It's on the table.
Okay, so I just sort of like roll the orb around a little bit on the table and go, the amount of work that we put into getting this orb was quite extraordinary and quite I'm trying to think of the right way to word it. Just give me a second.
Go ahead.
Taxing.
Yeah, quite taxing. And I think
You could say it was tabaxing.
after all the effort that we've been through and everything that we've had to go through to get you this order you wanted, that we have brought to you, illegally, may we add, it's not exactly kosher and above board this, maybe you could be a bit more generous and give us slightly more discount on the seeds.
No advantage, but it's basic roll.
Persuasion. 16.
He looks at you. 800. I'm giving you a 4,200 discount here. That is a significantly larger discount than I would have given pretty much anybody. It's only because of this wonderful task that you've done for me that I'm even considering this. So, take it or leave it.
I look at Cyreus. Because this is the...
You are serious.
No, I look at Alorin. I'm such a mark because when he goes, "Oh, can you?" I'm like, "Oh, it's a brilliant offer. Let's do it. Let's take 2 of them." What do you think?
You get 5 seeds for this.
It's for the jewel. I'm saying go for it. It's for the jewel.
Yes, but there's no guarantee that he's even going to see this as equal value to the jewel. That's my concern.
He raises his brow. Well, if the jewel does. Tell you what.
You're not getting the jewel.
He just smiles. There is something else. I might be able to give you a few more seeds to amp up that bargain.
What is it?
A favour.
We're getting the fucking runaround put on us today, Nathan.
Just a vague favour, one to be taken up in the future, or do you have something in mind?
A vague favour to be taken up in the future, of course.
We can always refuse.
Could always beat the shit.
You could do either.
No.
He's not an evil guy, though. Not really.
He's just kind of an arsehole.
Yeah, exactly. So it can't be that bad, right? He'll probably just be nicking something else he wants, right?
Probably. I'm imagining now we tell the orc about where the scrying orb is, he gets it back, and then the half-elves are like, we need that scrying orb back. It just goes back and forth.
800 gold and a favour will get you 7 seeds rather than 5.
800 gold and a favour, 8 seeds.
Roll persuasion.
Busted, I got it. So that's 19.
And then Dave with my daughter.
19. Oh, it's on top of it. 19. 25.
Done. Do we have a deal?
We do. Pay the man, Nathan.
I like that he's
just taking them.
He looks directly at you.
Can't tell. Mask. Not a clue.
So you have spent today 900 gold, 903 gold, and 30
That's
silver.
okay, we can get it back.
Okay, what I'm thinking is we get a reward for getting the scrying all back, and we also, if we offer him 5 seeds to start with, and he doesn't take them, like we can always got a bit of wiggle in there. But if he takes 5, we've got 3 of these things left. We can always flog them to somebody else.
Well, what I was thinking of was, okay, we'll give you 5 for the gem. If you want all 8, we'll just take a few bits of your grass, if that's alright.
Yeah.
Because they're worth 500 apiece.
Done.
So he heads upstairs and then he comes down with a small vial of seeds. Roll Arcana.
They're fake.
You've been diddled. You've been diddled.
That's a 16.
What's this? Arcana?
Yeah.
What kind? 18.
You can tell that there is magic coming from these seeds.
Good.
I should hope so.
They seem to be accurate. If you want to be guaranteed and sure, then roll nature, but that's entirely up to you.
No, I'm fine.
Okay.
Yeah, they're real.
So he offers them to you and just smiles and goes, "Be on your way, I suppose, and I'll obviously be in touch with you when."
I leave a business card.
He takes it.
By the way,
Big
ha-
dick.
That's us, baby.
you'll have to come to us. We don't have a telephone.
Come.
Of course you don't.
I don't know if telephones exist in this
They
world.
don't.
No.
He's like, what's mimeograph? What?
So yeah, I just basically said, no, you're coming to us. You're coming to the southern court if you want, the northern court if you want this shit.
I can deal with that.
Oh, I don't know if you can.
Honey.
Okay, so are you going to be heading straight to Mr.
Central.
Aldit?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to.
Okay.
Aldit Aspen Strength.
Quick week. Right.
Okay,
Okay.
and we're back. Okay, so we've got the seeds, which are useful for reasons that we just discovered. And we're going to go take them to Centaur Boy and see if he's willing to trade some of them for that jewel. So,
Okay.
you know, with the prospect of maybe earning a bit of gold off of this now, we take a carriage again.
This is about 30 silver for this one. So that's...
He's getting cheaper.
Yeah, see?
Up to 60
Repeat
silver.
customers, isn't it? So.
We probably should just get like a bus pass or something.
3 gold and 60 silver so far.
The old Oyster card.
Yeah, okay, so we make it back outside. So shall I do the talking this time, or...?
Yeah, I don't think
I think we both got us in trouble.
Yeah, I don't think he likes me very much, so I'll let you
I don't
do
think
all
he
the
liked
talking.
either of us very much.
I think he likes me less, so...
That's probably... Yeah, well, that's probably correct. Well, let's... hope he doesn't have his axe ready, I guess. Ding,
Yeah.
ding, ding.
Round 1.
The door opens. You again.
Hello.
Also, here to take my stuff?
No, we actually have something you might be interested in.
He reaches out, brings the axe back out of the wall again.
I don't think that's going to be necessary.
Call me careful. And he approaches.
That's fair. I don't blame you. I apologise for our earlier comments. How should I phrase this? We've learned that you might be in the market for some particular rare seeds.
Oh?
I produce... Ooh. Okay, we were discussing this outside. I don't think we mentioned it on camera, but we were just going to produce 5 of the seeds, so we likely would have separated them from the vial. So I produce a vial of 5 of these seeds.
He leans in to look at them, then leans back. What are those supposed to be, then? Roll insight.
I'm just gonna...
He be a liar. I got a 2.
I've got a 25.
He is obviously lying. His eyes keep darting back to the seeds. He knows what they are, and he wants them.
He wants it.
Okay, so the question is he trying to bluff and say, oh, I don't know what they are, they can't be that worthwhile, or is he sort of... I guess that's the only route he could be taking. I just sort of sit on and say, really, such a man of such passionate gardening talents and enchantment as yourself, you don't know what insert name of seeds here are.
Fontaine spices.
You don't know what fontaine spices are. I highly doubt that. After all, you've purchased them before, haven't you?
I'm gonna kill that elf. Half elf? Who the fuck cares?
Oh, sorry.
I'm sure he does.
I don't.
Oh, well, if you're killing him, would you like us to inform you of our other informant?
Other informant.
Well, how about you offer the crystal for... Sorry, the jewel for these 5 seeds, and we'll let you know.
He leans back and folds his arms and he looks over you guys. You've only got the 5.
Are you requesting more?
This gem has allowed me to do wonderful breakthroughs, but it does have its limits. I could do complex spell work with it. I can make spells that would otherwise have been basic to be significantly stronger than they should have, but certain intricacies of the complexities end up fusing together due to the power of the spell. It has caused some difficulties that the seeds would help me with. But to sort out all of the spells that I would need to untangle and yet remain intact, I would need more than 5.
Very well, here's a counter offer. Sorry, I thought you were about to interrupt me.
No, go.
We can offer you 8. On top of the jewel, we'd like 3 blades of grass.
It looks over at the
grass.
grass. Roll persuasion with advantage.
Come on.
Oh, that's a good start. That's an 18 on the dice, first of all. Okay, taking the 18 and it's persuasion. So that's a 22.
He smiles and he nods. Alright. I'll do this for you.
I revile all 8 of them.
He heads over and he heads back into this building, and then he comes out with a black box, just a small black felt box. Well, I suppose I could always see if I can work my way up to get myself the other one of these.
The other one? You know where another one is?
Well, I heard some talk, and I know of someone that said talk was centered around. But
Okay.
no guarantees. I wasn't really sure if there were more than one. Was more than one. That's why when you mentioned it, I was quite curious.
Okay. So you
But
might.
thanks for confirming that.
Oh, he did on me! The bastard! He did on me!
He screams, "He did on me! He did on me!" in the middle of the I was tempted to do something very stupid and out of character, but I don't want to do it for the risk of Craig interrupt to say, "No, it's canon. It happened."
Can I roll to see if he was telling the truth about knowing where another one is, or was he bluffing me?
Insight.
That'd be 16.
I will also roll on this. Okay, well what's my insight? That's a 12. I can pop that up. Okay, that's only a 15, so Blake 16 still stands.
He is telling the truth that, as he says, he doesn't know where this person lives, but he knows of a name and a rumor surrounding him that he has a jewel of similar capability.
Sorry.
Can we go 8, 2 blades and the name? So 8, we give him the 8, he gives, but then we get 2 blades and the name, because it's still a grand that we've made.
Well, okay. Well, let's just stick with the 3 blades for now, and we'll see if he's willing to part with that information for free.
Okay.
Would you be willing to part of that name?
He looks over. He's a bit of a dangerous fella.
We're used to dangerous fellas.
Yes, we're usually used to seeing dangerous fellas from the bottom of their boot heel.
I like you.
Thank you. I like
Even
to
if
think
you
I'm-
did first threaten to steal from me.
I like you.
I'm going to pretend that was his idea.
I'd like you to be my wife.
You're my wife now.
He pulls out a slip of paper and from his jacket, and he writes
His
on
phone
it,
number down.
and he offers it to you.
Aw, thought he liked me.
I take it, and I give him like a very sort of thankful nod, sort of. And I look upon the paper. And what does the paper say, Craig?
It is a name that you recognize.
What does it say?
It's the name you had before.
Oh, Neridian
Pal the
Task.
Cow.
Oh, look, Pal the Cow.
The Pal that Pal the Cow gave you.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah,
it's
Neridian Task.
Neridian Task.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. But before we complete the transaction, may you open the box just so my friend here can confirm it is the correct crystal?
He shrugs. Probably should have done that before this transaction was done.
It is.
He opens it up, and it is. It is one of your
Mike
gems.
wets himself.
Oh, myself! Oh, myself!
I nod and happily hand over the vial of seeds. And I hold my hand out for the gem.
He takes them. He gives it to you,
I
and
immediately
he gives
pass
you
them.
3 cuts of the grass.
Thank you. I pocket them. Well, that's going to pay for our cab fare at least.
Yeah, I take the jewel and I sort of like stash it very, very safely on my person.
Thank you very much, Aldous. I apologise for how we interacted earlier. You're very clearly a very reasonable gentleman.
That's all I ask, but next time maybe you shouldn't talk about possibly stealing from a bloke in front of him.
We'll keep that in mind. If we're coming back to nick from you later, we'll
I
keep
offer
that
to
in mind.
shake his hand.
He shakes your hand, and he's not trying to crush your hand, but you can tell he's got a very firm grip of his. If he wanted to, I wouldn't have fingers.
Yeah. Now aren't you glad we didn't fight this guy?
I didn't want to fight him in the first place. He's 8 foot tall.
I'm even more glad we didn't fight this guy.
Yes, extremely so.
You really should be glad, because I've got him listed down as his dual classing both barbarian and sorcerer.
Oh, he's an angry boy.
He's quite nasty. So
A
yes,
pleasure doing business.
pleasure.
For the betterment of both of us, I hope we don't deal with each other again.
That would probably be best. Yes.
Good day to you.
Good day.
Okay, right. With that done, you may. I will encourage and permit you to run off home and lock this thing up.
Okay, right, I'm going straight back to Big Dick's.
Taking a carriage.
Yeah, we'll take our own separate carriages because we're lush. We've profited. We're going to profit.
Okay. You're
I'm
taking
going
the
separate.
cuts to the elf.
To
Not the elf. sorry.
Eslan.
Eslan.
Do we have a safe back at Big Dick's?
Yeah, I'm certain we do. That's where we keep all of our funds and paperwork.
Yeah,
And
okay.
evidence.
I'm going to go back there and put that in there. But I will allow you at some point to take it out and try it on a plague victim, see if you can slow the plague down on land. Just
Well, I was imagining we had to combine all, the power of all of them.
Yeah,
together.
maybe you
To
could-
cure it, yes, but it would certainly make your healing spells significantly more potent.
Even so, that's not something I would want to be carrying about, especially not in the Northern
Well,
Quarter.
allow me to put it this way: in terms of actual mechanics, even a single one adds an extra 5 die to any spell you cast with it. So
Okay.
if your current die, as in 5 times the die. So if your
Oh,
one
5 times the die.
yeah, which basically means if your one takes 1d4, you're actually rolling 5d4. But if it takes 2d4, it's
So
2,
rolling
4,
10.
6, 8, 10. Yeah, you take 10.
Oh, neat. Okay. Yeah, I'll probably borrow it now and again then, with permission, because it is serious.
I do recommend not taking it into battle, because while it would be useful, you could possibly lose it that way.
Yeah, no, I'd probably do this as a thing of
It's up to you. If you end up losing, it's not my fault.
want free healthcare? Pop to the mission. I'll help. Okay, yeah. So I'll head to Eslan's house.
Okay, so that costs you 30 silver, no 20 silver, considering he's not that far
Yeah, it's
away.
not that far away.
Yeah, 20 silver. So you head over there and you knock on the door.
Yep.
The butler opens up again and says, "Hello. Oh, we were not expecting you again. The master has recently retired to the library.
He asked me to obtain in some items that he would be willing to pay a price for.
Please come in."
Thank you.
He lets you in, he closes the door, and he goes off. After a little while, you hear about the Eslan walks in wearing a robe, slippers, that kind of stuff.
Bunny slippers!
He's Hugh
Yes.
Hefner.
Yeah.
May you rest in peace.
You pass over. I hear you've got something for me.
I display the three blades of grass.
Haze grass. Oh, this is delightful. This is delightful. How'd you get hold of it? I don't want to know. He walks off, and then he comes back with a coin purse and throws it to you. There you go. 1,500. As planned.
Thank you. Have you acquired any new servants lately?
Not within a day, no. I haven't been down to the orchard to have a look. Although I do have a cousin that's interested in maybe letting off one of mine, but I'm not really sure. It's a gnome, and I find them uncomfortable. They're so short.
Everyone's a fucking racist.
Quite. Well, I hope your future staff are to your liking.
Yeah. How was the Aarakocra girl? Did she actually cause you any trouble on the way? Never asked.
She was surprisingly quiet.
I'm
She
not
didn't
really
see
surprised she was caught red-handed stealing from me. Plus she was a shit cleaner.
Quite. What was she attempting to steal, or was it just standard silverware, that sort of business?
Standard silverware, one of my gold chalices. Quite frankly, it was embarrassing. She kept complaining constantly. Oh, I don't have enough food for this. I don't have enough money for this. Please, I'm going to lose my home. Like I bloody care. Doesn't matter. I paid her fair and square her wages. Just because she decides to live in an area where it was too much, where it wasn't enough, is not my fault. That doesn't mean she gets to steal from me.
Of course not. A lovely home you have.
Thank you.
I'll be seeing you, well, possibly not again, but have a pleasant time.
Pleasant time.
I leave and I make a note of the address and decide that I'm going to pass that information on to the Grey Twins.
I like it. He was paying her starvation wages.
Yeah.
She was about to lose her home.
And yeah, I'll basically write down lots of gold and silverware, take everything you can.
Everything's not nailed down. Fuck this guy.
He's heightist. Okay, yeah, then I'll merrily take a carriage back to the home base, and I will add the profits to the budget.
Okay. So you have spent 904 gold and 20 silver, and you have gained 1,400.
Nearly a profit of 600, and we weren't even going to get paid jack shit for it, so...
You did pretty good.
Yeah, you did pretty good. Is there anything else that you would like to do for closing statements, closing ideas?
Like I said earlier, I would probably invest in some small way of advertising the investigation agency just by putting up some posters, particularly around where the college was, the academy.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah.
See if we can get this triangle for it.
Low prices, big dicks. That's all you need to know. That's all it will say on the poster.
Oh, that's insane. Okay.
And obviously, yeah, like I say, I pass on that information to the... I just slip that note through their door.
Fair enough then. Anything that you would like to do?
With this jewel,
Yeah.
I'm just going to sort of have a look at it and just sort of like, okay, I'm 1/5 of the way there. And I sort of like put it in the safe, close the safe, and I sort of spin the little dial. And I'm just waiting for sort of Alorin to give... I was going to call you Cyreus again.
Yeah.
And I sort of say, all it's cost me so far is a finger, a lot of money, and nearly my dignity. So I just sort of think to myself, there's only 4 more to go.
Well, considering that all of this has been achieved in the span of, 1-2 months, I think we're doing quite well.
Yeah, we'll be there in no time, dude. But I think the next duel that we're going to go after is going to take us a lot. It's going to be a lot more difficult.
It's certainly going to be a lot of investigating.
I mean, I wonder who is this Neridian task?
I don't know, but finding out is going to be a sure enough big task of itself.
It's a big task for the big dicks.
Only on Cartoon Network. Okay, well, I guess that's over with then.
We did it!
So far, that's the shortest one we've done. We've only recorded like just under 4 hours.
We're getting better, we're getting more efficient.
More efficient. So,
1 second.
oh, I also
Right. 1 second.
I need to drink one of my blood vials.
That is convenient. Our next session is your character's birthday.
Hey!
Convenient roll.
Oh, am I going to get a birthday card that I only get like £5 and just have to go beat someone up?
Do I know it's your birthday?
I think we said no, but I'm sure someone will know. I'm sure
Calphus will probably know.
Yeah.
She'll probably have the information on
Oh yeah, she'll have my like details, or she'll have like fucking birth files or whatever.
Your birth certificate?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I hope that everybody has enjoyed today's session. I purposely designed it to challenge your morality and how far you are willing to go for what you're
No,
after.
I liked the build that like the easiest jobs to do would be the most immoral, and the hardest ones to do would be the most like beneficial to society.
It was
and
designed that way,
We were
yes.
not doing those ones.
I think we did, but everything we did was pretty alright, I reckon. The only thing left to do is do, was it the experience of working out as well?
Should we do that off camera, or should we do that?
No. We'll deal with the experience of the previous sessions then, but this particular one will have netted you 1,500 experience.
Not bad.
Sweet as. So where's the rubber? Thank you. So that puts us, what, 8,000?
Yeah, but that's
It'll be more.
excluding the
It'll be
previous.
more than that because we forgot the last.
Fucking yeah, the
couple of
lich
sessions.
was worth a lot.
Oh yeah.
Well, I'll put it at 8,000 at the minute, so I remember. Okay. And then we just need to... It's not really been a case today, though, has it? It's been more sort of... So do we need to do a
This
case
was
now?
tailored very specifically to your character and your character's aims and goals. There will be certain days in which you will have sessions which will be specific to your character's background and help developing the actual plot and story forward. But actual cases are not going by the wayside. They will continue, of course.
Sweet, so we don't have to worry about a case name or case notes today then.
Good.
Nice! No homework.
Oh yeah, I did the murder mystery one for us, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Cheers.
But irregardless of it not being an actual case, shall we name today's session?
A carriage to ride.
Seeds of Glory.
No, that's kind
Duel Men.
of cool runnings.
Trying to be like the highlights.
The heart of the sea.
Squid Duel.
The Family Jewels.
Yeah, it's
The
called
family
Yeah, the
jewels.
family jewels. I like that. Yeah, that'll work. Because it sounds a bit like it means dicks as well.
Big Dicks Family Jewels. Thank you very much for joining us for this episode of Super Happy Fun Dice. We'll see you next week.
See you next week.
Have a goodbye. What does that mean? Goodbye. Have a goodbye.
Okay, fair enough. But I'm glad you guys enjoyed today's session. That was pretty
amazing.
I got to sit back for a lot
Better
of
and
it,
better.
and that's fine.
Yes, it is.
Oh,
Okay, here's the things.
Yeah, you're taller. I forgot about that.
Yes, it's a part of the chat.
I'm just going to stand like that. I'll just do it like this. Hey guys, we're just going to do the end card sequence now. I'm in shot, right? Yeah, it's fine, whatever. We'd like to give a big shout out to Derek and Brandon Fiechter.
Fiechter. I
Apologies.
think. Probably entirely wrong. I'm terribly sorry for butchering that.
Who gave us permission to use all the music in today's episode and all the episodes in the future and the past. And we also want to give a big shout out to Renix Arts as well for doing the amazing character portraits that we've been using in today's episodes and the episodes beforehand as well of me, Cyreus, the debonair, devilishly handsome, sexy fishman, and the one that Nathan plays. Take it easy. Like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.